Goes. It's time for live streams to commence. Yay!
I'm on a podcast.
I am mildly caffeinated, and Scott is already sick of me. So. Hi.
Never.
Tony's memoirs.
On the scale from uncaffeinated to cough syrup, where would you say you are?
Oh, I'm a lot. That's like a geometric thing. So.
Where is this live stream?
Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Your mic sounds like
that sounds like a laptop mic.
It does sound like a laptop mic. Let me check the Roll20 settings.
And you sound like you might be under the weather.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to say anything about that, Scott.
That's a new audio filter.
It's not the microphone at all.
More pineapple juice.
The
He's at a
TPK
different altitude, you know.
Or the pineapple juice directly into the microphone.
No, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
the TPK Twitter account tweeted out the URL, so that's where.
Okay.
It is.
Oh, let me. I will retweet.
All right. I'll tell my story about pineapple juice.
Oh boy!
The crowd demands it.
This is not a story worth telling, but here we are. Oh nope, Aline's here. We're good.
We are live streaming.
We are also live. Yes, everybody's here, or somebody's here.
I'm not.
Oh, it tweeted.
Nobody's here, but
37 minutes ago.
Yes, that. Well, you get the URL in advance when you do on YouTube.
That's true. I'm just
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah, it is both fancy and schmancy. It's true.
click the window.
We have 12 people watching already. Good Lord.
Hi,
What is
everyone.
wrong with all of you?
We love our viewers.
We love our listeners.
Welcome.
Or readers.
Yeah.
Yes, Dan.
That's right.
Sure.
Welcome to the Luggage and Pineapple Juice Hour.
Yes, that's right. It's all about luggage and pineapple juice.
Outrage / confusion at an Aerocast joke that's like 2 years old.
Yeah, but I'm 2 years behind on
It was just correcting me while I was on air.
I know, it's just.
I was just trying to help.
Yeah, like it's nobody wants that.
It didn't help.
Don't be helpy.
I was really just trying to get them off the stream so I could start my stream, but it's fine.
We were wrapping up.
Yeah.
Don't cross the streams.
No, don't.
That's from Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Reference acknowledged,
that's a
Scott. Reference acknowledged. Yeah.
Are we ready? Is everybody ready?
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
I figure
I'm afraid of them if they drain
10,
levels.
15 minutes before we're all dead.
Yeah, this will be a great short.
Guys, we should probably riff for like 30 minutes just to make this an episode.
Don't worry. If we all die, I've got a campaign ready to go.
Excellent. So when we last left off,
recording.
Oh yeah, I should.
Yes, everybody begin recording. I beg you,
recording.
Erica.
I'm recording twice
cross your
right now
fingers.
because
I'm just courting.
First
last time I lost
record, then record.
my character and my recording.
no,
That was a bad time.
That's sad.
that was not. That was
Vertical integration. Yeah.
Right. I don't do everything. I don't do anything by halves.
It's power pyramid.
Yeah. Six Sigmas.
You are deep under the temple of the howling hatred in a catacomb of caverns. You have encountered.
Is there a cacophony in the catacomb of caverns that we've encountered?
There is a corpse, but no cacophony. You met Nikolath.
Too soon, Scott.
I'm sorry, Nikolath, who was difficult, but the difficulty was raised when 4 specters also appeared at the same time, taking some people's hit points away permanently. Not so permanently, but it turned out to be permanently when Brave Presta was cleaved in half by Nikolath, who got away with it because he teleported away, and Carlos decided not to run after him after Carlos saw that 3 Nikoloths were waiting for him in the room, and the rest of you decided maybe we should go, and that's where we left it. And you are where you are on the map now.
Oh boy!
What would you like to do? I
never got a firm answer on whether or not I can eat the rest of Presta either, so I'm thumbing up. It's an homage more than anything.
Amlal is looking sort of shell shocked, and he's trying to reassemble her.
Yeah. Almost like how is it not me who is dead?
No, it goes the other way.
Oh boy, elves are tricky.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh.
All right, we've got to get out of here
We
and
do.
rest.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to flee.
Yeah, where we got to fled. Where are we going?
Fled to Cled?
No, don't go back to Cled. That
We're not welcome
was
there.
not. We're not welcome there.
I'd rather be here than Cled.
Well, let's see. We've got.
On the whole, I'd rather be in Philadelphia.
We've
Where
got
Scott is.
a murderous windstorm thing. We've got a mysterious ice location, which also
Stuck
seems
between
creepy.
the old saying, stuck between the mysterious wind thing and the ice location.
Yes, I don't know. There's wind and ice. It's as if they're elements. Is ice an element? It's water. Let's just say, yeah,
that
sure.
actually is the national motto of Greenland.
Is ice an element? That's their national motto.
Not enough countries have
It
honor.
sounds better in
question.
Danish.
Like it's
I'm just saying there are places. There are some unexplored places, and there's some places that we've explored that look bad. So I'm not quite sure which is worse.
Yeah.
There are a lot of unexplored places. I will.
Any place we can hole up for, 6 hours. Jesus. Oh.
8 hours.
Is anyone sneaky? Can they go check out what's happening down south of kind of this large cavern?
Isn't that where the Nicolopses were?
This is
Right.
where they were over here.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm talking in the N5.
And
It's the
N5
one-
location N5.
Southwest, not southeast. Southeast
Right,
is super
yeah.
bad. We all agree southeast. We're not. That's out.
No.
Right out.
There's like a little pocket here, but that seems a little bit too close for comfort for me.
Well, I can take down there and take a look.
All right.
Light.
That's true. That is true. Oh, it's all very dark. So if you have people who don't have dark vision, you have a torch, I think. But yes.
Yep.
So give me a stealth check. Good old Kachka.
How I hate her. Not so good. That's 3 plus 5 for 8.
All right. So everybody hears you walk down into the rest of the cave, but you leave the pool of light, and those who do not have dark vision can no longer see you. And I assume you're going to walk down south to the
Yes.
west.
I'm going to head right over to buy. Well, I don't know how far south I can go before
There's a
something.
giant
horrible
glowing
happens to
orb
me.
that says N5.
Let me just get the. Here we are. You're there. Let's see.
You walk over to here so I can see what's down south without
right,
necessarily getting too close to it.
6. What is your dark vision range? 30 feet?
I think it's 60. 60 feet, as if in dim light.
10.
But I can't discern color, so
That is correct.
So it's
So
going to look
that's-
like an old rerun down there.
You get one more square revealed from where you're standing.
great. Let me take a few steps south then.
Let us know if you see like an inviting campsite, maybe a nice simmering pot of stew.
All right, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see more cavern.
you see more cavern,
We're
and you
gonna go
see
tavern.
you see like the edge of a chasm. You think.
Hello from the tragic cavern.
Okay.
I think I see the. Yeah, well, let me get a little closer then. Closer still.
Closer still. All right. I will read what you see.
There's a big old hole in the ground.
It's
There
not going to be
is.
good. There's nothing good in this. We're in the basement of an evil temple. Nothing
Guys,
good
I
happens
think
down
we're
here.
in the bad place.
Yeah. this is- Remember when we thought jumping down this pit? I feel like we collectively all own that failure.
So you see, the floor turns into a chasm that you can see. It's about 20 feet across. You can't see into it because you're not close enough to look into it. But there is a chasm there, and then you see the tunnel continues.
All right, so I will relay that back via telepathy to my party members, and they can discuss amongst themselves whether they want to join me. But I think I don't see anything trying to kill us down here. Chasm hasn't made an attack yet.
You see nothing.
Kachka, how do you feel about checking out if that passageway to your southeast there totally loops back into the horrible cave that we don't want to go to?
It kind of looks like it's heading that way, but I will
Yeah.
go a little closer.
And don't be shy.
Say, about here.
Just
All
cozy
right.
right up to it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, like for example, is that chasm chocked with bodies? Like, you know,
That chasm is so Ketcher, you're close enough now that you can see that it is full of bodies. No, it is a chasm that you still cannot determine how deep it is because the bottom is obscured with a thick layer of fog.
How deep it is. Okay. Does it look like this passage ends to the southeast? Or do I need to get closer to find out?
Oh, wait. And you can see... Let's do this because you can see some stuff over here. I mean, you can see more passageway. On the other side of the chasm, you see more passageway. And you see to the southwest, no, southeast, the passage continues and turns up.
All right.
It turns up?
North.
Turns north.
Oh, it turns north. Okay. Huh.
Thank
Well,
you, Dan. Dan will be my translator for this evening.
You all live.
that is a misinterpretation.
Taking some liberties.
I'm going to kind of skirt the wall and try and stay away from the chasm and get a little bit closer down the hall here so I can see where this passageway turns to.
Come a little bit closer.
And he walked on down the hall. Oh,
Yep.
no, that's not... no.
And you can
Carlos?
see
Yes, son.
Want
that
to run and hit you.
It is another small area. There's nothing in it.
It does appear to
I
me.
feel like he's baiting you into going around that corner.
No,
I'm just describing what you see. There's nothing in it.
based on my knowledge of the map and where we've been so far, it certainly appears that reconnects with the badder place.
If there were a wall there, that seems like a pretty decent place to hold up. But if there's not, it's a really bad place.
I mean, if there's enough corpses in that chasm, we could make a wall.
Where, Scott, where did I, when I went into there, where did I see the Nakaloths?
You saw them when you went into the room. They were pretty far south.
How far did I see?
Standing right now.
Well, I cannot answer that question because Carlos doesn't have that information.
Okay, because I couldn't see further down.
Well, you're not seeing what's Ketchka is seeing, but if you were, you still would it would be impossible to figure out.
I couldn't measure the distance. I have two eyes.
That is true. Are you?
But not dark vision.
When I didn't have dark
that's
vision.
also
I was looking down, and you said, I'm just curious because I saw them. I'm wondering where they were when I saw them. How far away?
How far away they were? So they were. That's a different question.
I was.
They were 60 feet
from where I was
where you
standing,
were standing.
which was where here.
Yes, and they were 60 feet south.
Oh, they're like down here, then down, off the map. That way. So
Sure.
right? I don't know.
No,
Or is the little squares, the big squares?
The little squares.
Oh,
The little squares are 5
okay.
feet.
Well, then they were like
Okay.
down here. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm sort of looping around
very
to the south
close.
of them right now, and probably don't want to get any closer. So it's either we leap over the chasm, which I can do. I have a very nice horizontal leap.
Bully for you.
I should tell you when you were looking at the chasm that it appears as though the walls were rough, but they are easily climbable.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, just for the heck of it, I'm going to carefully approach the chasm, checking for any sign that winds or something might be trying to pull me in.
Well, remember, that's a good point, that winds are just whipping up all over the place under here randomly. Nothing. Well, Ketchka, you only maybe 10 minutes ago were nearly killed by wind that knocked you in the throne room, so you might be a little skittish around wind.
Yes.
But nothing like that. No wind seems to be picking you up and slamming you on the floor.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to go have a look over the chasm as a last action down here in this southern cavern.
Like, hey, before you die, or
Last action bug.
Let's find out.
You are going to. You're just looking, or you're going?
I'm just looking to see how deep it is.
So how are you going to try and figure out how?
Whether there are bodies we can stack
So it seems
for whatever
so.
purpose.
10 feet down into the chasm, fog starts, and you can't see. Now it's kind of roiling fog, right? So you could see that it goes further. The chasm goes further down. You could see a little bit of, every once in a while, another piece of a wall is revealed as the fog is shifting about.
Yeah. Why are you waving your hand in front of my face?
Reference acknowledged.
All right. I'm going to march back to the group and report any of the findings that I haven't already reported telepathically. Let them know it looks like it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of options there unless we want to go across a roiling fog-filled chasm.
Yeah, the ice lake seems somehow better than the roiling fog-filled chasm.
Yeah.
Now, who knows? The ice lake may rejoin that passageway on the other side.
We don't. I mean, yeah, ice is really unknown to us, right?
Yeah, that seems magical and creepy to me. But
yeah, we didn't our friend just get cut in half by a demon?
it's true.
Yes. Friend, maybe.
None of us have ever been cut in half by ice.
Oh, that is true.
Not yet, anyway.
There's a first time for everything.
I guess there's still time.
You know what? I didn't have swimming lessons as a child. And I don't think Katska did either. So,
And yet, I have yet to nearly drown in a...
Well, let's go to the lake and solve it. I got one spell slot left, friend.
And I will remind you that you also, the other room that you've been in, so there's the ice lake, there is the fog chasm, there is the demon room that also...
My band has played at all these.
Oh god, this is the first Airbnb I've ever been to.
As you remember also that there were people hanging in hooks in the room with the demon that he was clearly torturing, although one of them has been destroyed by a fireball.
Are you trying to put us
how
off
that
or
happened.
entice us? I can't figure out.
I'm just explaining where you've been. The room you're in now has a bunch of corpses in it, and kind of the ruined remains of it looks like a settlement of some kind. And you also remember in N8, there were these stalactites and stalagmites, and wind was going through it, and some people heard creepy voices.
Right.
Creepy voices can't hurt you as much as a demon, right? Right?
And I seem to recall that cyclone in the one room descended only on Shara because she'd been marked in some way before she got tossed in.
Correct. That's right. So when you came in through the hole, you landed in a room that was full of gore and a cyclone that ignored you for the most part.
Do we want to? Yeah, so we still have, over in the stalactite realm, we still have a passage we haven't explored. You think that's better or worse than the ice?
Creepy voices.
I mean, frozen water seems like about the creepiest thing you could find on Athens.
The only thing I like about the ice room is that it is furthest from this room.
And it's cold.
Excellent point.
Make a little cocktail. Chip off some ice.
Yeah, the official Dark Sun cocktail: ice and sand.
What is the best of these bad choices? Is my...
Yeah.
I mean, unless someone's got a strong opinion, maybe we should flip a coin.
What do you mean, roll a D2, Dan?
I was speaking in character.
Ooh.
Me flip gold coin.
What would you like to do?
Eglath flips the coin, says it's heads. We all look at each other like, well, what does that mean? And shrug.
Sounds about right. Story checks out.
Who's Eglath?
sorry.
Also, Presta's body is still there. You
Pancakes.
could loot the body if you want.
Oh,
How many pieces is her body in? Not to get gory.
2.
All right.
Well, we should take her stuff.
Should we take her remains and find a place to bury her? I don't know. I feel weird about this.
well, we could put her on ice for now.
Or on fog.
Then there would be at least one body.
Hey, we have a start for our corpse stack at least.
So Presta certainly had a +1 scimitar that someone might want to keep. I think.
Yeah,
Carlos
I did
has it right
paste
now.
all of my crap into the shared journal, so it's all there. There's also the griffin figurine and one of the sending stones, and yeah, there's some stuff. But I have washed my hands of it. So
All right. Well, we take that stuff.
All right. Well, you have that stuff.
Is the scimitar only 0.5 now?
It was not.
Cut in half.
All right.
All right. Heads, we go to the ice. Tails, we go to
take the whistle to remind myself of Presta.
There you go, my piffle flute.
Oh,
yeah. Heads, we go to the ice.
Flute.
Tails, we go to the creepy wind. 1 is heads. 2 is wind.
I'm just more creepy.
It's wind. Creepy wind wins.
Wind, yay.
No,
Tails.
We should consider that so far all of the air-related things have tried to kill us. None of the water-related things down here have tried to kill us yet.
Except for
Didn't we
Regdar.
fight an octopus?
Yeah.
That wasn't here though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That was a different
Just
temple.
in general.
All right, Eglath,
I don't
having been told, is going to something about creepy wind is going to start walking in that direction.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Carlos too.
Well, I don't
Alright,
trust Carlos, so I follow Carlos.
Regdar suddenly realizes he's standing in this horrible room by himself and scampers after you.
Bye, Presta, and other half of Presta.
I've deleted Presta.
We will.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
My heart.
You've been deleted.
Deleted. So I will.
We will
tell
do
you
our best
to
to
see.
do something slightly more respectful with your corpse if we survive this.
Wind rushes through this
join me.
curving natural passage and off into the darkness beyond, howling in a changing pitch as it feeds through the alcoves and fissures of faraway caves. So it cycles through kind of, some people are hearing whispers. Sometimes you hear people just kind of screaming. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is not a place that you can rest in.
All right, can I see what's around this corner?
Yes, you can. I will reveal, if I can click on the eye, and then I will tell you what it is.
More stalactites.
Yes, wind blows through this weird stalagmite garden. The rock formations are smooth and contoured, their natural forms weathered to be chaotic and abstract.
Good times.
You think
Yeah.
as you're looking through, you catch a glimpse of a stalactite that looks eerily like Presta screaming in pain.
No.
Nice.
Ow!
Very uncomfortable.
All right, so ice.
Is nice.
Hey.
Oh, God.
It's like this tunnel continues down to the southeast, right?
Yep, it does.
Yes,
look
it
like
does.
You can,
You want to keep going?
you know, yes.
All right.
I'm gonna make an executive decision.
All right, let's do it.
All right, where are you going?
South.
Okay. So, how are you doing this?
It's not good when he
Never
asks
mind. Very carefully.
Very carefully.
successfully.
All right. So, where are you going?
To the southeast through that
To the
passage?
southeast. All right. So you continue down through the southeast. You come across
Creepy stalactites.
And a fissure?
several windy tunnels meet at another chasm. Ledges along the cavern walls create natural footpaths above the abyss.
Yeah, that sounds like a great footpath to take.
Are you telling me that this would be a great place to camp right here next to the abyss?
Sure.
I mean, there's only a couple places they could come at us, like out of the abyss.
The abyss.
You also see the tunnel continues to the south.
Is it? There's like green stuff down there?
You see those appear to be mushrooms.
Oh,
no.
God. Run away! Run away!
Is there a thing he could say that would not inspire fear?
You see a room full of mushrooms and a Eglath eating mushrooms.
Nope. Goodbye.
That it looks up.
Nope. Goodbye.
We were moving backwards.
Here. So here's a thought. We don't know how deep that fog roiling chasm is, but if we were to be able to
Gotta be
get
better than that.
if we can reach the bottom of the fog roiling chasm, we're hidden from sight down there by
We
the
could
boiling
jump
fog.
down the abyss. We already jumped down one pit to get to this place. Let's find out what the basement
See
of
how
this
deep
place is like.
how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Yeah. Scott, do you have another adventure that takes place below this horrible place?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't toss a coin down to see how deep that went, but if we're in roiling fog, we can't be seen down there, so that might be.
Yes, our corpses could never be seen in roiling fog.
Well, that's just as well. I don't want people seeing my corpse anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't look at my corpse.
All right, so ice.
Oh God.
I'm open to other suggestions, but we are kind of low on places.
You know what? I think we've learned a lot about jumping down pits.
Yeah, so you're proposing that we would does somebody have Featherfall or something that we would just go down?
I think we have to in the bottom
of
pit jumping down before we just jump down there.
He made a point of saying the walls are rough, so maybe it's possible to climb down. But we could at least go find out how deep it is, and from there decide whether we want to take the ice or maybe see if we can scuttle down to the bottom of the chasm.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah. All right. Back to the fog chasm.
Away! All right. So you all go to the fog chasm, and you ascertain. I assume you're going to take a moment to look and see.
I throw a rock down it.
Okay. You throw a rock down. You listen, and it hits the bottom. You give me an intelligence check.
Sure. This is going to go great.
Presta should probably roll.
Yeah. Yeah, she should.
You are pretty sure it has a bottom. It is. I mean, it's difficult to guess.
And it's down there.
There's wind going on. You are certain it's not bottomless, which is an improvement.
All right, more or less than 10 seconds.
Can I do a check too, since I'm standing here?
Sure.
All right. That's only a 9, so never mind.
You would guess it's somewhere between.
I'll know no difference between distances and
50 and 80 feet deep.
Okay.
And do you have any more of those handy?
I'm sure there are pillows at the bottom, by the way. So.
Featherfall spells in your bag of tricks.
And there are. You look. The walls are pretty rough, and you feel like they are pretty easy to climb.
Okay. Could Yeah,
I got one Featherfall left.
I've got an explorer's kit. Can I kind of
or other level?
All right, so tie a rope to me. I'll scuttle down, and you guys just hold on in case I slip and fall.
Okay.
All right, and since you have a rope tied on you, I will give you advantage on this athletics check.
Okay.
Now you need to get a 10.
All right.
Because it's not that hard.
Good God, it's a 9.
You have advantage.
With advantage?
Roll again.
Sorry, I'll do it again.
Roll better.
And this is...
Hey, guess what? That's a 9.
Oh, dear. Do you have 0 athletics? Do you have any pluses?
No, I have +2, and that's with the +2.
Oh.
That was a real roller coaster.
All right. Well, so Ketchka lowers herself down. You've tied the rope. Carlos and Umlal are holding it as the stoutest, strongest members of the group. Ketchka says, "I'll be right back." And just as she says that, one of her feet slips and she falls backwards. But Carlos and Umlal are quick enough that they pull her back up. So you're still at the top.
Me not lose another companion today.
So do we have anybody who has good athletics?
Yes. Carlos has very good athletics.
I have 8.
I do also have 8.
All right, change of plans.
Excellent.
All right, well, maybe we'll lower down Carlos since he's lighter than the half giant.
That would
fair.
seem reasonable.
All right. Do I get advantage on this?
Yes. Now, when you say lower down, you just mean that he's going to climb. You're not actually.
Oh yeah, well, climbing down, right? But the rope is there to protect.
I'm
me,
belaying him, and he is climbing down.
All right. Don't belabor it.
Okay, well that's no good. That's 11 actually.
An 11. All you need is a 10. So Carlos,
you need to roll a 2 or better.
Yep. I rolled a 3, so it's great.
Good job.
And then I rolled a 16, so it's fine.
So it's a 50-foot climb, and so that will take. I don't know.
The fog doesn't eat off his skin or anything.
The fog does not eat off his skin.
Wow, Erica's.
Don't give him ideas.
Erica, you just been
is a good
promoted to
question.
Dungeon Master.
Carlos needs to exfoliate, I think.
And you get to the bottom of the chasm.
What's down there?
Rocks.
Does it look?
Is it like a layer of fog and he can see underneath, or is it the bottom completely
It is
fog coated?
Full of fog. It's very foggy down there.
Is
You're
it
suggesting this chasm has a foggy bottom?
I am not suggesting that.
Is it? Does it? Well, can Kachka receive thoughts from me or only relay them?
I can only relay.
All right. Well,
Wait, we gave him one of the sending stones.
I climb back up and
Just drop
report.
the other sending stone down in his head.
Find this random rock.
All right, give me a climb check to climb back up with advantage.
18.
All right, you climb back up. Carlos scuttles back up.
Yep. And I say, "There's rocks down there." So, Scott, was it? Did it look like a place where one could sleep hidden in fog, or does it look? Did anything else weird about it, or did it look uncomfortable? What do you think it looked like?
What do I think it looked like? It looks like the bottom of a chasm.
What's your interpretation?
You slept in worse places.
Oh, okay. And
He means
knowing
you,
Carlos,
Jason.
that is saying something.
Yeah, Jason, you've slept at Dan's house, right?
I have,
I do leave rocks.
and
all
Steve's
over.
house. So yeah.
Weird.
So yeah, you think you could set up camp down there?
I think we should do that.
So yeah, maybe we all try to scuttle down there, and Regdar keeps the
I will
feather
belay you.
Oh, but we're gonna.
I'll belay you all down, and I'll climb down myself. I think I can do it.
Yeah, everybody climbs down. It's fine.
All right.
Yay! All
Oh,
right.
you're sparing us the exciting rolling of athletics checks.
I am. It's so easy
Yeah.
that it's fine.
And you do.
And you do.
All right. Well, then are we gonna take a rest down here?
So as you're setting up your camp, the chasm fills with a very strong wind, and your torches are extinguished.
Oh boy.
We couldn't see anyway. It was too
I don't
foggy.
like to sleep when it's light out, so it's fine.
Yeah. Night, everybody.
Well, anybody have a magical light they can bust out? I mean, those winds wouldn't put those out.
I cast light. It's a cantrip.
It is very lightful now.
Oh, me no sleeping light.
Still very foggy.
I cast nightlight.
Oh, made me feel very comforted.
So the wind lasts for
All
about a
curls
minute,
up into the fetal position and sucks his thumb.
and it dies down.
All right. Well, so we organize a watch, basically a rotating watch, so that everybody gets a chance to keep.
You know, I think Carlos can keep watch because other than that, he doesn't have night vision, but there's the nightlight down there because Carlos is fine. Carlos doesn't actually need to rest right now.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Well,
We can each keep 2 hours of watch, then that fulfills our rest.
I would note again that I'm technically sleepless, so
I'll say.
As you're
Every time, listeners.
as you are setting up camp, about 3 minutes after that wind, so you haven't done much. The chasm fills with this very loud thunder.
Oh boy!
And everyone must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution.
Yes.
You said 15, not what the number I got.
Yes. Lower than a 15 is bad.
Okay, well I got a 1.
That's bad. All right. So if whoever got lower than a 15 or well, no, if you got a 15, it's okay. So this thunder is just kind of filling this cave. It's deafening if you have failed the saving throw. So you are deafened, and if you failed, you also take 9 points of thunder damage as this thunder just reverberates through the chasm for about.
Can Regdar tell you about the time that he almost
easy.
died while sleeping? I mean, at least Regdar bolts up and says, "I always wanted to die in my sleep, but not like this."
Regdar, you can't hear yourself because you're deafened.
Amlo, I think maybe the only person not deafened, is like, stop shouting!
Well, now that we're already deaf, can the thunder damage hurt us further?
That's if a tree falls in a chasm filled with fog.
Well, we got to get out of here. Should we?
I guess we climb up the other
Carlos,
side.
I think we
who
climb
is
up the other
fine,
side.
motions. Do we want to go up the other side or back?
Yeah,
up
I
where
think
we can?
that's the right
let's go
answer.
to the other side.
All right.
All right,
Also, I am going to write a very stern review about this place.
On Yelp? Yeah.
1 star.
I'm going to invent Yelp and then write a stern review.
Hotels.com. Review for Chasm at below fog in basement of cult.
There's not a lot of websites on Athos. Sand.com. Sands.com.
Well, you just got to go to the spiders and they write it into their webs.
Tankmilk.com.
The Sandy Spider.
Yeah.
Tankmilk.com is the only
All right,
website.
so we climb up on this south.
All right, everybody roll an athletics check just to be sure you can climb up. Not with advantage this time, just a pure athletics check.
14.
11.
17.
All right, everyone has successfully made the climb.
I'm amazed that Regdar made it up.
You did better than I did.
You are on the
3.
other side of the
motivated.
chasm, which I will call the murder chasm.
Wait, whoa! There's a sign on
the hallway.
Side on this side, yeah.
Signs on this side. Yeah.
It says, "Welcome to the murder chasm." Make yourself at home.
Scenic view.
Yes, as seen on Yelp.
Deposit corpses here.
1 star.
And you see there are 3 ways you can go. There's this little alcove, and then one way that goes northernly and 2 southern routes.
It's usually warmer in the south, right?
Yes.
I hate everything
Not
about
in the
this
Southern
place.
Hemisphere.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I also hate many things about this place.
Is this one of those movies where they pick us off one by one? Is
Yes.
that what this is?
Yep.
While we try to find a place to sleep?
Yes.
So I'm wondering if the passage north would take us back to the ice lake.
That
It's
seems plausible, yes.
Yeah.
Do we want to check out the south then?
Well,
Yeah,
it seems like
let's
the
stick
ice
together.
lake might provide a useful thing to sort of back up against so that people don't surprise us from that direction.
I'm worried.
The ice lake.
Yeah, we need something that has no description for Scott.
Yes.
You enter
All right,
going.
come on, everybody. We're going to jam ourselves all in this alcove.
Well, I did mention that there is a chasm that leads to the abyss. The abyss doesn't have a description, so
I'm on D.
The abyss.
Carlos, you want to roll a D2 to determine if we're going left or right down there?
Which way's left and which way's right?
He'll figure it out.
Sure. I'm going to flip a coin, and heads is left and tails is right, and it's heads, so left.
which
left?
is
Left relative to our characters?
East
relative to
or
the
west?
Sage
East or
left.
west?
You didn't
or-
say. I just flipped the coin, man.
all right. Flip a coin to determine if left is west or east.
We're going south. We're going southwest, people.
All right. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Southwest. Boop.
Southwest.
You are
Ranch.
free to move about the cavern.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I see what you did there. So this tunnel curves up.
By up, he means toward the north.
He means north.
Yes, to the north.
If you guys want, I
Yeah.
can tiptoe down that way and see what's around the corner before you all run into it.
You know what?
It's
Hey.
a circle.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey, that's a dotted line at the end.
that can't be bad.
A subterranean wind blows north up
what a
the tunnel.
surprise.
See, it says up the tunnel, carrying distant screams from the south.
Oh my god!
Don't worry, that's us.
That's just us screaming. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yes. Yes.
I just wander around going, "Ah!"
This is the worst place we've been on Darkside, and we have been to a lot of awful, awful places.
It's just not a nice place.
Would you say that the screaming prevents us from sleeping?
Well, they're distant
It's
screams.
distant
so
screams.
I don't think so.
But it's more like
I
white
mean-
noise at this point.
Yeah,
Tom.
if you could stay in an in a hotel in New Jersey, this is
I've been at worse Airbnbs.
All right, I'm also gonna go up the cavern and try to just see what's at the end here.
Up the cavern. Hey, tread carefully up there by that dotted line.
You don't see the dotted line. Use your imagination to pretend that it's not there.
not
so
there, yeah.
I'm imagining a dotted line.
So that dotted line is representing kind of a tunnel or a shaft, really, that is not at a great angle, and it appears to go up somewhere.
Oh.
Interesting.
I mean, up couldn't possibly be worse than down here, right?
Well,
Don't say
Famous
that.
last words.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're kind of off the beaten path.
No, he's right. It could not possibly be worse than down here.
How steep a grade are we talking here?
not super steep. I mean, you wouldn't. You could just walk up it.
We could
doesn't
walk. Okay.
Require any.
Could we sleep in the...
Yeah, that's great
You may
until
roll
that
down.
Strongest legs.
boulder rolls down at Indiana Jones style.
I was thinking until the worm comes back and slides.
Also
right.
an option.
Yeah.
I don't know. People want to go up, or people want to keep exploring this cavern of murder.
Let us get out of here. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, up was not as terrifying as here.
All right, up the cavern we go.
All right, so you go up this kind of slope. It travels down for about maybe 50 feet, and then you are now at the bottom of a shaft that goes straight up, and the wind is howling. It sounds as though it is screaming. The pit walls are rough, and you could probably climb up them.
I jump and hold my hands out to the side.
As if to be lifted by the wind?
Yes.
You land back on the floor.
Do you have a spell that's the opposite of Featherfall?
Feather flight?
Rabbit jump.
All right, I'll try to climb the wall, and I'll tie a rope to myself just in case I get to the top.
Okay.
me tie rope. You hold on in case I fall. He says to the people below him. All right, that's not how that works.
Give me an athletics check.
25.
Whoa.
Climb the top of the rope. Not the top of the rope, the top of the shaft.
Guys, I reach end of rope now.
I made it.
Sorry, I'm looking because you are now entering a part of the adventure that I did not prepare because I didn't do this.
Oh no!
Don't
Suck it! You could have just let us rest in the fog cavern there, Scott. But no.
Oh yeah, now it's all my
That
fault.
would have been wrong.
It is all your fault.
This whole thing is your fault.
This is the second time you told me this, and I agree with this premise.
Neither does Presta.
All right. So let me switch to.
I'm impressed with Scott's restraint in not having us discover somebody at the bottom of the chasm. That it's like, oh hey
Randomly
everybody.
sitting there.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's just wandering around.
Yeah, I need to move this. Here we go.
There's a faint square.
Can you not see?
Oh, there it is. It's beneath my character sheet.
I see it.
Aha.
Ooh.
So you have entered F2.
Yeah, you know what? F you.
Which is the top of this dark shaft that wind is howling upon. The ceilings are about 15 feet high. There are clouds of black fog that kind of. Oh, did you have a torch with you, Ublal?
I mean, I've got one.
Somebody-
I can light one now. I've got a whole kit, so I'm fine.
Actually, so you notice that there's a weird phosphorescent glow that lights this place dimly.
He leans over the cavern, the shaft, and yells, "It's glowy up here!" How far up was the shaft?
That shaft is 80 feet.
Okay, so that whole I'm gonna drop a rope down. It's not gonna play out well because I only got 50 feet of rope.
Well, as you got past like around 50 feet, I'm sure somebody down there could have tied two ropes together. That's
Yes.
I feel like that's not in the
Erica.
all four of them just watch the end of the rope.
Just keep going up.
Actually, come to think of it, that does
No.
sound a little bit more likely.
We are not that dumb.
Oh wait, I drop rope down. You tie second rope.
All right, are we climbing up here?
Yeah, I'll fasten a.
I don't see a lot of better options down there, so.
I don't know.
there we
If
go.
Scott hasn't prepared this section, perhaps there's some kind of bargain we can strike.
Well, let's see what you do because there's something you could do. I'm
All
not
right,
gonna tell you what.
I will brace myself, having tied the rope around my waist, and use it to help somebody climb up.
All right, I climb up. Do I have advantage?
Everybody, yes.
Okay, I don't need it anyway. That was 21.
I don't care for your advantage.
I'll roll again. I did need it because the other one was not good. So
Everybody can climb up. It's
Yay.
fine. I don't want to kill anybody by falling down a shaft you shouldn't even climb up. And now you are here.
Exasperation, our best weapon against the DM.
You could just say, "Oh," and you're out by where the genie was before, and just move to somewhere totally different.
No. And so you see what you see on the map, which is a room that you have just climbed out of a shaft that is kind of howling with some wind. You see 2 passageways.
Me think we should set up in here, the howling shaft.
One, the passageway is actually a staircase that leads downward, I think. Maybe. It's hard to tell.
Was there a staircase next to the shaft, like in case of emergency?
You should have taken the stairs. You really should.
No, the stairs lead to the shaft.
Okay.
And you see, this is, I suppose you'll take a moment to look at this staircase, and it is actually the skeleton of a giant worm that's fused to the sides of this long tunnel, disappearing into a nearly vertical tunnel 50 feet above the floor.
I told you there was a worm.
Wooden steps have been lashed to the bones, creating a makeshift staircase. Several odd backpacks lie in a pile on the floor at the foot of the stairs.
What is odd about them?
Yeah, that's a weird word.
The fact that they're lying at the foot of a worm staircase?
There are 3, 5, or 7 of them?
There are... that's funny. Nice. There are 5 of them. And I will explain.
Well, there you go.
That seems odd. Let's see if they've got any juice boxes in them.
So you look at this thing, and it is... you open the backpack, and it has some kind of like a more material in it that looks like it could be deployed in some way.
What the hell does that mean?
Is it a parachute? It's a parachute.
It appears, if you knew what a parachute was, it looks like that.
Oh, me from the mountains. We big on base jumping.
Guys,
Right, so let's all gather around, and we'll put Carlos in the middle.
Asian Leonardo da Vinci invented parachutes in this cave, and we'll find him. And maybe he's played by Erica.
Well, I say we take them, first of all.
Sure, why not?
You never know when that might come in handy. I always wear a parachute for safety.
All right, well, you have found yourselves 5 balloon packs.
That 5? That's a lot.
Well, it's a good thing one of us is dead.
Guys,
Otherwise, we'd be arguing over who doesn't get a balloon pack.
I'd just like to point out that Erica has been listening to us dither about for like 50 minutes now.
Actually, if she wasn't dead right now, we would need 7 of them, so
Sorry, Erica.
it's even better.
No.
That's all right. There's so much less pressure on me right now. I'm just kind of enjoying it much more than usual.
Yeah, I was digging it last time when I was unconscious for half the adventure. So.
Yeah, us too.
That's funny.
It comes from a place of love.
Sure it does.
And down the stairs,
I've seen your place of love. I don't want any part of it.
You notice a circle.
A circle?
A circle.
It's another
Does anyone want to
one.
look at what's up here, or do we want to just follow the stairs? There seems to be no consensus.
I've got unconscious.
Yeah, we are bad at making decisions today. It turns out that murdering one of us really instills a fear of,
Everything?
everything. Yeah.
Carlos goes down the steps.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The team follows.
You go down the steps. You see in this circle, it's a tunnel that continues. Remember, I have described the skeleton of the worm. The worm skeleton continues up this shaft, and it looks like it would be an easy climb.
So it continues upward?
Yep, that shaft goes up.
All right. Well, up. I still am a fan of up more than down.
I agree. I like
Down has not been good to us lately.
Yeah.
No, we've been down so long.
All right. Almost starts climbing.
All right, give me a moment.
Well, this was an interesting little tidbit of a map we saw.
Yeah. Well, everybody write down where we parked, and we'll come back to the worm cave some other time.
Yeah, let's not come back to the worm cave.
I'm trying to be a good guest.
Hey!
Whoa!
This looks familiar.
Oh no, are there people going to try to kill us when we emerge here?
Where are we, though?
Does anybody remember when I say, please give me a moment?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
You find yourself in a murder.
Explain yourself immediately.
That was more of a hypothetical. Where are we?
Oh, all right. I thought these. Oh, I don't need to move Presta. Sorry, Presta.
Because you asked if. I mean, we clearly didn't come out where we went in, right? So
that is correct. You would have recognized it. Even you people would have recognized it.
Yeah, we should be a ways to the south.
that makes sense.
All right. I don't know if you can all see yourselves now, but you are in an area marked A20.
I see it. Yeah, over on the east.
Above the genie.
Above the genie.
Yeah, that genie was useless.
So you have just climbed out of the skeletal head of a great worm, its mouth agape, and which leads to a large unlit room that is empty, save for that one feature.
Question: is this a doorway here? Oh yeah, there's a hallway. Okay, and that's open. It leads out elsewhere. Like there's not a door or anything.
There is no door.
Well, can't sleep here either. Then.
Good news is we don't have to listen against it.
Someone want to creep out to the end of that hallway and take a look around?
Sure, I'll do it. Bugs love to creep. All right, I'm creeping. Stealthily.
Okay, 1 second.
And peering around the corner.
I don't understand why these are here. Where is this?
It's a B&B, isn't it?
Still wondering if that genie grants wishes.
Not to you.
Not anymore.
We freed him.
So you are now. Remember, the temple is actually an old subterranean city, and so as you creep out that doorway, it's really kind of an alleyway, and you look upon a building that was once seems to be a dwarven hall for feasting. Old, well, you can't see inside it though.
Okay.
Right.
There are doors, but let me reveal some things.
All right.
The placement of how did we go south and end up north?
Yeah,
They're not directly overlaid.
We got all turned around in the
In the worm?
in the twisty
The worm turns.
twisty panel. Yeah, the worm did turn.
As the worm turns.
My favorite soap opera.
It's the best Athasian one
It's
for
the
sure.
number one
Yeah,
out the soap opera. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sand opera, really.
So we
All
need
lights
to
are green.
find. What we need is a room that has a closable door.
I mean, there's several doors I can see down to the end of it.
Closable door.
But are those all connected to that big dwarven feasting hall thing? They're in that building that Scott just described as a former dwarven feasting hall? No?
Yes.
Yeah, but that was when the dwarves lived here
It
before.
seems not unlikely that might be repurposed to.
Well, let's
How is some
listen.
of the
Let's
people
listen
down
at
here?
a door and see if it sounds like there's a lot of raucous stuff going on in there. And if so, we'll move on to another one. We're trying to find
What
a
if they
door.
turned it into a library and they're just being really quiet?
All right, I'm listening at the door.
Give me a listen check.
Southern door here. What is a listen check?
Perception.
Perception.
That is 15.
You hear chanting.
Oh, great.
Boy,
Oh, the chanting.
we burst in and say, "We're here for the concert." We're all bedraggled.
You would not
We're covered
believe
in
the day
blood.
we have had.
Flutes.
I have
down
my
one
flute. I've got a whistle.
We're chant
bloody.
inspectors.
We're chant inspectors. Can we listen at these other doors?
All the doors are connected to the same
Oh
place.
boy. Okay.
What about around the corner up here?
Where fudge is made?
I shouldn't laugh at that. That is an.
I shouldn't have said it.
Let me reveal that room that is empty.
Okay.
There we are. It's not really a room, right? Because it's kind of an outdoor thing. There's these low walls that kind of separate the area, but
Or like an arcade.
exactly.
Yeah.
Don't set it on fire.
The bad kind of arcade.
Yeah, not the good kind with games and stuff.
Other games in there.
Deadly games.
Does this continue on? Is this an inset for the just a map question? Is that an inset where the throne room thing was?
Yes, that's an inset. So this it ends. There's a wall here.
Got it. Do we continue? You guys want to continue around?
I think we gotta.
Can we get back to the barracks somehow?
That would be nice.
To do that, but we have to go past the pyramid, and they may be looking. They may be angry at us for ruining.
You don't think they're just patiently looking down the thing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we just come up behind them as they're looking down the pit and be like, "Yeah, it looks like a long way down."
Yeah, they're probably.
It's all of us just fake mustaches. Stay on dead down there.
The guy on the griffin.
They're probably dying slowly. I certainly wouldn't look around. really focus straight down the pit is what I'm saying.
North.
Yep.
All right.
Sure.
Go around the corner here.
Okay. So
Peek around the corner. Peek around the corner.
Oh, it continues.
All right. We peek around this corner. Is there anything north? Is there anything north from here?
Suddenly we're a party of Skeksis.
The worn image of a smiling dwarf on the face of a coin is stamped into the flagstones that pave this plaza. An old sign bearing the same image hangs above the door of a large hall in the center of the plaza. This hall looks like it may be an old dwarven feasting hall.
You don't say.
I do say. I said it twice.
Twice.
I say. Anything to the north around the corner here?
Yes.
A wall.
It's something.
Okay. So the problem is, if we go south, we're gonna run into those guys.
Yeah.
What if Erica is one of those Kenku? Erica, if you're a Kenku, you have to caw, please.
Kenku is a playable race.
Do you guys think we could hide in one of these arcade sections and sleep?
Didn't he said low walls, right?
I did.
Low walls. Okay.
Yeah, they're not even a room, and they are literally next to the place where people are chanting.
Plus, the attract mode of Pac-Man is going to keep us awake.
Yeah.
Could we go back to where we came out of the tunnel and just keep an eye on the hallway?
And the tunnel.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
But climbing up that tunnel seems hard. That actually, it seems.
I think that's the best of the places we have access to. That definitely seems like the.
I think we all agree that everything is awful.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything is awful.
And we've got people who can keep watch in case there's a problem. I think there's no harm in trying.
Again, everyone can keep. Yeah, watch is not a problem. It's just a question of whether or not we manage to complete our sleep.
Well, let's give it a try.
Yeah, I think
we're probably
we need to
wiped
try.
out at this point too, because in addition to our hit points, we tried to sleep in a chasm and have then since climbed up several stories worth of tunnels.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we need to try it.
All right.
Retreat.
Well, what about this other little area between there and the feasting hall? It's got two
This area?
doorways. Yeah.
The walls there
walls are low.
They're not actual walls.
Got it.
They're the bad kind of walls.
All right, so as you're going back towards A20, which is the room with the skeletal worm head, the door to the feasting hall opens, and out walks someone who's wearing a cultist robe. It's a tiefling, and she kind of sees you. You never told me you were sneaking, so she sees you walking nonchalantly.
I grab her. I grab her and put a hand over her mouth.
No, we're still wearing initiate's robes, and
are we? Are we still wearing initiate's robes?
Why wouldn't we be?
We're very bloody and
they're dirty.
They're tattered. Yeah.
You are. So did you?
You would not believe the day we've had.
What?
So, what is that voice? And Umla, are you?
It only accent I can do.
Are you grappling the cultist?
Are we? So clarify before I do that. Are we dressed as cultists?
Yeah, you have tattered robes on.
Okay. In that case,
full of
are they
gore.
dark colored at this point?
Before I grab her, yeah,
Oh, no,
I will.
Red.
Carlos's robe is fine, by the way.
I will let someone talk us out of this if they think that's going to help. Otherwise, I'm grabbing her. Those are your options.
They're both bad options. I'm just saying.
And she says,
can we just keep a low profile?
she says, "Oh." She closes the door. She looks at you all, and she sighs and says,
You guys. Okay, I close the door behind me. I look over my shoulder, and Scott, is there a place that I know that I can take them right away?
Dan, snap her neck.
I was gonna say I grab her and snap
She
her neck.
knows too much.
I'm really glad I did that. It almost happened.
A second tiefling walks through the door and says, "You got it."
You guys again. So yes,
Us
you know,
guys, we not who you think we. Oh God.
there are the dormitory rooms that you rested in previously that you would know about. And you will. The problem with that, though, is you have to go through the plaza.
There's a long way to go.
Yeah.
So you'll have to kind of explain why you're doing it. But that's really the only place that is nearby. Well, you would know. Well, no, you wouldn't want to go in there.
What about the worm, like the room alcove? Like, do I think that plan was actually a decently safe one, considering how often people go in there, or is it regularly?
Well, you would think that. So on this plaza, I think you've seen this plaza. Well, your character has seen this plaza. There's the plaza with a large. Oh no, everyone has seen it with the big statue of the dwarf.
Right.
With So there's that plaza is surrounded by shops that have been long abandoned, and you could probably rest in one of those shops.
I would like to say, who the hell are you?
I'll say, I'm your contact. Mashasta told me you were on your way, and we need to get you guys hidden ASAP.
We have a contact?
So follow me. And I just turn around and start walking.
All right.
And Shar, you recognize her.
Okay.
Now you recognize her basically as someone who has worked for Mashaka, who is the Templar from Tyr who has sent you here. You don't know her particularly well. You know her kind of professionally in passing.
All right. Well, I follow
All
her.
right, so I'm just gonna like gesture. Come on. And
Wait, use other half of code phrase. Monkey shine in moonlight.
What's happening?
I don't even know now. we follow her.
We follow her.
Yeah.
Monkey shine. Right. All right. So then.
It okay, she check out.
Boop.
Well, I will walk up here and look around the corner.
Sure she's not
Since
mimic?
if anybody sees me, I can talk my way out of it.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody's there.
All right. And then around to this corner.
So
Nobody's there.
Digitate our robes clean real fast.
I don't know if that's a thing I
Anybody
can
have
do.
prestidigitation?
I mean,
I don't.
I think
Sounds
Regdar
like Regdar thing.
digitated us once.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Regdar's like, I don't know.
I'm real tired, guys. It's been a long day, and now we have a friend. This is not.
Shut up and clean my robe.
And so I do, using a cantrip.
Yeah.
So you peer around there, you see the several streets converge on this plaza, in the center of which is this large statue of, you assume, a dwarven god. And there are two initiates, a sky weaver, as you would know, and two kenku just kind of hanging out there.
Okay.
I would telepathically
So there's a
let this
door-
tiefling know that these people have seen us before.
You could also just whisper to her.
I'm like 30 feet away.
So there are, now you would know, Erica, your character would know that all those doors that you see lead into abandoned empty shops, and they are all buildings that are fairly intact.
All right.
And
So
wouldn't look
I
at all
will-
just to be going
I
in.
will actually, I'm going to telepathically communicate with everybody in the party. Turn around and say, okay,
Get out of my ass!
I'm going to create a distraction. And when everybody looks away, there's a door to the north. Go through that door. And there's nothing behind there. It's just an abandoned shop, and hopefully we can keep you guys out of sight. Got it? You can actually reply to me.
Oh.
And make a what?
Almost says out loud. Okay.
I'd like to point out that we're great at first impressions.
Carlos gives a thumbs up.
Just like real life.
He gives a
even
thumbs
after
up
you
while
say-
thinking the image of a thumbs up in his head.
Does that mean
this
something
is-
else to tieflings?
No, I give you a thumbs up back. That's nice
good.
work, guys. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around the corner and talk to these guys and say, why are you guys still here?
And the Kenku say, "Why are you guys still here?" in your voice. And one of the initiates comes over and says, "What are you talking about? This is where we're supposed to be here."
That's not what I heard. I was just talking to insert name of important person here. And I heard you guys were supposed to be heading for the south side of the temple. There was some kind of kerfuffle going on, and some people were running around, and I thought you guys were supposed to be over there.
I did hear about some kind of kerfuffle. Roll a deception check, please.
All right, and I have my my discipline up, so I get advantage on that.
Oh,
so that is a 16.
Alrighty. Well, he says, where exactly was this? I don't want to disappoint Windharrow.
The south side of the temple, the pyramid.
The pyramids. All right, and they all start to the hurricane, which is the kind of like the monkish guy, seems to be in charge. It says, "Well, you've heard the lady. Let's go check out this temple here, the south side." Everybody continues. The Kenku make the noises of boots receding down the hallway.
All right. I'm like, all right, everybody, go.
And now let's just see if they...
I don't trust her. She seems competent.
You open the door. The door is unlocked. Boop. Everybody's in.
Yep. Waiting for the loud, thunderous noise that makes our ears bleed.
That was a totally different place.
Those happen everywhere.
Yeah.
So this is there are carvings above each door that indicate the former occupant's profession. This one seems to was formerly a tailor shop, and when you go inside, it is now just a rubble-strewn room.
Oh, good. 3 doors.
Reminds me of home.
There seems to be some tattered clothing on the floor, a cloak, and that's it.
Is it a tattered gray cloak?
It is. It is. It does look like it's gray.
Hey, new contact lady. Do you know what's beyond that door to the north?
And who are you?
Hi. Sorry, I didn't have time to introduce myself before, but
before you say it, just thank you.
To run afoul of us. I am Zotasha. I've been here in deep cover for several months. Mishasta sent me a while back, and let me tell you, this place sucks. I cannot wait to get out.
It does. We figured that one out ourselves.
These people are awful. But I've seen you sort of wandering around, and I thought maybe you could use some help. So
we desperately need any kind of help.
Kind of beat up.
Our old cannon fodder just died, so we could use another one.
Too soon.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So this might be old news to Shara, but what's your mission here? I mean, what's the plan?
Well, turns out there are 4 elemental cults. This is only one of them, and each one is led by a prophet who is wielding a very powerful magical weapon, like an artifact. And all of them want to open a portal to their respective elemental planes and basically just bring their elemental patrons to Athos so that they can rule with no interference, which, would not be great. We don't want to open portals to other planes that A, shouldn't be possible, and B, would be bad. And Tyr just got rid of a sorcerer king, so, we don't want to give up rule to some crazy elemental cultists, especially guys like these. And then so my job has been to find out as much information as I can and figure out if it's possible to steal these the artifact here back, which is a spear called Wind Vein. I've found out the names of the other ones as well, but obviously they're not here.
Do you know anything about these rocks that they're using to channel power?
No.
Scott? I don't. Well, I do know that so each cult has its own temple where they're all trying to bring their patrons onto this plane. But they also need to go to something called the Fane of the Eye to complete their plan. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Some sort of confluence of elemental energies.
Oh, and you would actually know something else. So that each cult has a node that they have that's attuned to their element, and that is where they will do the summoning for each of their.
Do I know where the node is here?
You do. It is, there's this shaft in the center of the pyramid. And if you go down it, you will enter a catacomb of caverns. And down there is the node. And furthermore, you know that, Ashari or whatever has gone down there, and it seems like she's starting the ritual.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah. We were just down there. It's not a good place.
I wouldn't have actually been down there, though, would I have?
No.
Okay.
No, we have that information. And
Do you
it
happen to know
is
if this
bad.
ritual takes longer than 6 hours to 8 hours?
That's a good question.
Well, it's you do not know how long it takes.
Yeah,
I'm not
I have
sure
no
it
idea.
matters, because if we don't rest, we're going to die anyway. So
Yes, for gameplay, you can rest.
Yes.
She'll all die if you don't.
Rest time, and thus ends the quest for rest.
That's right.
So this seems like a good time. Scott, we get to level up eventually, right?
Yeah, you will get to level up. Not right now. Actually, after you finish this section, you should level up, but not quite yet.
I just noticed looking at our
Yeah.
emails that we leveled up a year ago. I think that was the last time.
No, you haven't done enough to level
Yeah,
up yet.
right.
I feel like I've done a
A lot of
I've
wandering.
lived some lifetimes,
we have
man.
killed a lot of potential allies since then.
It's true.
Wandered around and
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we long resting?
Sorry, long rest.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I can tell you what my character looks like if you care.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I am a tiefling. So obviously I have horns. They're like sort of like little spirally horns, like an antelope, but they like swing back so that I can pull up a hood, and it's not obvious that I have horns. My skin is like a reddish brown, but a little too red for it to be like normal human skin, and then black eyes, all black. And of course a tail that whips around when I am agitated if I'm not paying attention. It's whipping around right now.
Seem to bring.
Oh, and
that
long
out
purple
in
hair,
people.
dark purple hair.
Nice.
FYI is a unfortunate reminder for everybody. If you've used your hit dice, you only get half your hit dice back, rounded down,
That is true.
which sucks. I have 2 now. Better than 0, but not that much.
I did not realize it wasn't going to be all of them. I have 2 also.
Yep.
So, yep.
Well, at least got hit points back. All right. Should be back.
Captain Scott returns to the orange chair. So it's agreed then. We will overthrow Scott, and oh no!
Does one of you want to be the DM? I'm fine. Give me your character.
Nope.
So before you do your long rest, are you going to search the room, or what are you doing? Tell me.
I'll search the room because I don't need a rest right now, so I can keep a watch.
All right. Well, as you are searching through the room, you find some kind of old cloth and tattered remains of various clothing items. But you also see one cloak that seems
Less tattered and less gray.
Yes, and as you're like, ooh, look, let me take a look at this cloak. It attacks you.
Great.
We're not rested yet, is what I hear.
You're not rested yet.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 13 does not hit.
It does not.
Zotasha. But yeah, so you reach out to touch it, and this thing kind of unfurls, and turns out it has a mouth.
God, no.
It's gonna.
You didn't ask if it was a mimic.
I didn't.
That's right.
No, I'm new. I didn't know that was a thing that I had to do.
And
in
this is
order to.
This is not a mimic, but another wonderful D&D creature called a cloaker that looks indistinguishable from a cloak until you touch it, and then it wants to kill you.
Great.
So you should roll initiative, everybody.
Evolutionarily, this creature makes sense.
Why wouldn't we?
I feel like having done something like this just now, I fit in. I fit in with the party.
Yeah, great job. Welcome.
That's right. This is how this usually goes. So don't worry. And well, I shouldn't tell you this, so I'm not going to.
No, maybe you should.
Well, I will tell you, this is the only one of these rooms that has anything in it.
Of course it is.
Everything else is completely empty. All right. Did we get Carlos? Yes, we did. And Dan has left, so we will wait for Dan.
Maybe he can go last in the initiative order.
That's his penalty for getting up and walking away.
Well, we could just do that. Yes, we'll give Dan. I'll roll initiative for Dan. Oh, look, I rolled poorly. Actually, I didn't roll that poorly.
Deniability.
Haha. We'll just give him a 17 and see. Maybe he'll be back. So you are all kind of settling down for the night. Your new friend, Zotasha, says, well, before we settle down, let me just check out what's here. I haven't been in this room. She is then attacked by something that appears to be a harmless cloak. Dan, roll initiative.
That's a lie, but I felt like I needed an answer.
Roll
We have
initiative.
not rested yet, technically.
Oh, look. And you have not rested yet. And so, Dan, while you were gone, Zotasha has checked out the room, found a beautiful cloak that turned out to be a cloaker that tried to eat her. And now it is...
And you're saying that was
Just her.
before we rested?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is before.
Yeah.
I already restored all my stuff.
Well, just go with it.
All right.
Maybe we can take it out really fast.
That's right. Steve,
Yes.
you're in the corner about to settle down, although you are sleepless, and you see this large...
Did I mention that already?
You did.
Okay. Is that thing really that large? It appears to be.
It's a very large it keeps unfurling itself.
He did say it unfurled.
More of it.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to viciously mock it.
It kind of looks like a cloak with a head on it.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery, which is a cantrip and just about the only thing I can do. And so this cloak must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
All right. What's my DC?
16.
failed.
Oh, wow. Okay. Doesn't take a lot of damage, but that actually is really not a lot of damage. It takes all of 2 psychic damage, but it does have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
2. Oh, that's good.
Because I just insulted it mightily.
That's right.
So you're done colored.
Did it look like it actually took that psychic damage?
Yes.
Awesome.
You say your mother was a vest. Umlal. It's your turn.
Amlal is getting his eyes are just about to close.
Umlal.
And his eyes shoot open and he jumps up, pulls out his greatsword and yells, "Die, mimic, die!"
And it says, I'm not a mimic, technically.
How does
It's clearly related
Full
to
of
mimic.
greatsword. No, it's only 13 though.
13 will miss.
But I'm level 5, so I get another shot at it. How about 15?
A 15 will hit.
Yeah, 16 damage.
All right. The cloaker does not like it. Carlos. Everybody's attacking a cloak. What do you do?
I'm going to attack the cloak too. I rolled a 14.
That will hit a cloak.
Yeah.
Just find a loose thread and pull.
Let's roll.
A 12 will not.
That just makes it bigger, Steve. It's still like
That's
animated.
They'll just strangle you
by
with
a
that
really long string.
string.
That's 11 damage.
All right. Shara, there's a cloaker. It's been beaten up a little bit.
All right, I look at it wearily. Pull out my sword.
Just wanted to sleep.
Yeah, I just wanted to sleep. 20 versus AC.
That will hit.
Okay, and I think I should have refreshed my memory, but where is it? Where I get my extra sneak attack?
Yes, you get sneak attack.
I get sneak attack. All right, and that gives me an extra 1d6. All right. Okay, here we go. That's 9 points of damage.
Alrighty. And now it is the cloaker's turn. Carlos is the one that's done the most damage, I think. So it tries to bite Carlos.
Call that it has disadvantage on this attack.
It will. I did not recall that, but now I do. Let's see. I miss Carlos. And then is it just on its next attack, right? Okay, so then it has a tail as well, so it whips its tail at.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
Cloak with a tail.
Is it like a belt or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to picture it.
It's use your imagination.
It's tails.
14, I'm sure will miss.
Nope.
Will not miss?
No, it will miss.
All right. Zotasha.
I say, oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. This is really embarrassing. So I'm going to use a bonus action to.
It's cool.
We've had worse.
This stuff happens all the time.
Discipline to my intellect fortress, just in case it attacks me again. And then I will use a mind thrust, but I'm actually going to spend 5 psi points to boost the damage that it does because I'm really embarrassed by this. And see if I hit.
Well, she's doing all sorts of stuff that we don't recognize, guys. Interesting.
She's just looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it very, very crossly.
Oh.
And it uses its intelligence instead of its AC, and that is a 17.
That will hit.
All right. So that's 15 points of damage.
Goodness, it takes a lot of damage, and it kind of shudders and falls to the ground.
Remind me never get on her bad side.
Yeah.
I fired acid splash at it because I haven't gotten to do anything.
Okay.
There's a puddle of acid in the middle of our sleeping area.
Could never be too sure.
Oh, wait. Now we have another giant shaft that goes down somewhere.
And now that cloak is ruined. Thanks, Regdar.
It was never a cloak to begin with.
And now the cloaker is dead, and you could rest uneventfully.
All right.
And hopefully, because we sent those people far away, that sounds of battle did not do anything bad.
Correct. That is the good thing about doing it very quickly. And I assume at some point, there's another door. Someone opens it. It's another empty room, so you can spread out if you want. There's an empty closet up here.
Almost sleeps in the closet.
There you are. You are rested.
Nobody puts Omal in a closet.
Except for Omal.
Yeah.
I'll put myself in closet.
Make sure it's not a mimic.
I checked. I asked every part of the closet.
What if the whole temple is a big mimic?
Oh. And so 8 hours passes. And
What if, Tony, we're the mimics?
the mimic was inside us all along.
Oh, dear God, get it out.
You thought it was your spleen. So you wake up.
Well, I don't.
You continue to be awake.
He does this every time.
Hey, Tony. I don't have to sleep. It's awesome.
But he really enjoys watching other people sleep.
Oh, yes, I do.
Very creepy.
He's polishing his Gifka.
I'm composing songs, that's all.
Yeah.
He's polishing her.
While I strum my piccolo.
And you're awake. You have done whatever you want to do. You gain the benefits, whatever benefits you gain from a long rest. What would you like to do?
Level up.
What else would you like to do?
I don't even remember why we're here anymore.
That was some good sleep.
Well, Shasta said you were the one I could count on.
we are
hung out with us for too long.
Is our new mission to get this wind vane spear thing? Is that?
I mean, it seems like they're in the process of trying to bring Yancy Bin into this dimension, so we should probably head back down.
I will admit that Tony / Redgar is a little confused. I mean, I remember our original mission of find the halfling delegation.
We sort of did that.
Still need to do that. You found some of them.
Do you think we have found roughly 1/4 of them?
Roughly, yes.
So they're like quarters of that one delegation for like political purposes.
What you're saying is we found half of the halflings.
Yeah, never put all your halflings in one cult. I don't know.
And that one halfling is now in like 8 pieces, so I don't know how that works into the math, but
and they're all uneven pieces too.
I mean, is our new mission to help our friends out with finding keeping the ritual from completing? Vis-a-vis probably having to steal or destroy an artifact.
I mean, this seems like the sort of mission you undertake because if you don't, everyone's going to die.
Pretty much.
I do keep all of my stuff on Athos.
And Regdar would know that Athos has kind of been sealed off from all other planes of existence. And so it is deeply troubling that these people appear as though they can open portals to different places.
I start drawing you a map of all the planes of existence and the dirt on the ground.
Ooh,
and
I'm into this.
He makes a pot.
I point at it and go, you got a corner wrong there.
Now you have 2 of them in the party.
But no, we should probably hurry. Don't know how long that.
So you're saying we had time to sleep for 8 hours, but not a leisurely brunch.
Well, now we really don't have a lot of time.
Alma wants to know what's in the other door in his closet.
As far as I know, all of these rooms up here are just abandoned. So
I'll peek out.
Alma, if you keep opening doors and finding horrible things, you're fired.
Ooh. Yeah, good. Good old closet that opens onto a plaza.
You know, it happens.
All right. So, Tasha, should you lead the way to wherever this ritual is going on, and perhaps you can help us avoid as many of the cultists as possible?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So we all have robes, right? So we are somewhat inconspicuous. We've cleaned the robes.
Mm-hmm. Can I wear what's left of the cloaker?
Sure.
Ew. It's no, because it's all coated in acid.
Yeah. Also, it's out of fashion. It's last
acid wash now.
That's last year's cloaker.
Very last.
Is that the problem? Acid wash is out of style.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Now, so as far as I know, is the only way that I know down through that pit, or am I aware of the?
And as you are about to leave the room,
yeah, I'm not leaving yet until I figure out where we're going.
I mean, if we need to go down, we know that there's another path down through that worm area.
Hey,
we're making a friend.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yes,
is this character also Erica?
Yes, Erica. Surprise! I haven't told her.
Me thinking I was still asleep. Me dreaming of Genie.
Yeah. Yes, I'm just saying I'm not going to snap any characters next from here on in, but in case they were also Erica. So.
I think that's wise.
One swift motion.
There were plenty of cultists in that room. They would have just kept coming out until
the floor was.
There was a lot of
guys. It's it's me,
Eric.
So in the center of the room materializes a familiar genie, who says, I've been looking for you all over. Although I don't.
Great job.
You, I don't know. And he points to Zotasha.
Yeah, I take a step back. Like, whoa.
You recognize him, though, as the genie who's been rebuilding the city.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, thank you so much for freeing me. As promised, I will offer you a boon. And he holds out, how many?
Can you bring Preston back to life?
Fortified wine.
No.
He holds 5 bottles and he gives them to you.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, what was that? Milk? What is in it?
This is a bottled breath. It contains a breath of elemental air. When you inhale it, you have 2 choices. You can either hold your breath or exhale. If you exhale, you gain the effect of the gust of wind spell, which I can tell you what that is. If you hold the breath, you don't need to breathe for 1 hour. Although you can end this benefit early, for example, to speak.
And there are 5 of these?
There are 5. He gives 1 to each of everyone except Zotasha. Sorry.
Mr. Genie, I'm surprised that you're even still around here. Shouldn't you be off on your own doing adventures, not with these people who enslaved you?
Yes, and he disappears.
that was a Dungeon Master courtesy. I'm just here to provide transitions. So
I just want to quickly mark May 27th, 1:31 p.m. is first mispronunciation of new character's name. So
it's good. It's not going to be the last. So buckle up.
Milestone.
I thought of even more difficult names, but then I was like, actually, maybe I'll make it simpler.
Do you go by Zoe? Tasha?
Yeah, keep it simple, Zootopia.
Oh man,
Erica did say I have some complicated names. I hope that you won't be able to pronounce it. I said whatever name you pick, I'm not going to be able to pronounce. So pick whatever you want.
How about Zot?
Zot. Yeah. Oh, Zip.
Zot.
Zip Zot. Don't zip Zot.
So you may all.
No, I don't do that kind of stuff.
All right, Zoetrope, lead the way.
You have
that'll take.
If you has 1 bottled breath.
All right, I'm gonna write that down, and I now to forget that I have it for several sessions.
Well, there you go.
Explain his gust of wind spell.
The gust of wind spell. I will tell you what it does.
Blows.
Well, technically, yes, it does. Gust of wind. Oh, here I opened up to the right page. It's 248 in the player's handbook for those following at home. Basically, you can create a gust of wind that is 60 feet long and 10 feet wide as a blast. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you.
I like that it lasts for a minute, because then you're just spending 1 whole minute going.
Basically, and you could disperse gas or vapor. It extinguishes candles, torches, and other unprotected flames.
All right.
And as a bonus action, you could change the direction of the line.
This is going to be awesome when my birthday rolls around again.
Okay. So I don't think that we should try to go and jump down the pit that I'm aware of, because it's going to be really well.
I mean, can't we just go back down the worm?
Yeah, let's go down the worm.
Is that how you guys came up? Because I got to admit, I heard you jumped in the pit, and then I saw you over there, and I was really confused.
We went up the worm.
To our club. We came up the worm. We did the worm.
Trust us. We're great. Surely we have not gotten anyone killed.
Cool. All right. So, okay. Then I'm going to peek out this door here, and I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make this door over here flap open and closed.
The Howling Hatred Initiative says, "What the heck?" And he goes over to check it out.
Is he the only one that's doing that?
Yes.
Damn. All right. Well.
Murderer Kenku. We just grab them and pull them into the room one by one.
Or what if we just make them repeat other things like, look, to the south.
Or not. Everything seems great. Why are there
nothing to report here?
Yeah,
move along.
Yeah.
It was probably nothing.
Problem. Thank you.
Reference acknowledged.
Let's see. I can also make ominous whispers or other noises come from.
I'm scared of our new friend,
away.
Guys.
Does Scott let her level up, or are we just as bad?
Well, I'll leave that as an exercise for the listener.
So are the Kenku? Which way are they facing?
They are facing. One of them's looking at the statue, and one of them is looking down towards the former dwarven feasting hall.
So I would like to cast Minor Illusion on the statue of the dwarf, and I would like to make it sing a well-known dwarven drinking song.
Let me look up Minor Illusion.
That's awesome. I can also make a cause some tremors right underneath the statue to make it look like it's dancing.
Oh, nice.
Let's
Teamwork.
see. You create a sound or an image.
Just want to create enough of a distraction that everybody can sneak back out that same door and head back
Right.
to the room without having to kill all of these Kenku in possible plain sight of the wyvern guy.
So, Ketchka, with minor illusion, you can have the sound centered on this statue, but you can't have it actually, like, its lips will not be moving. It'll just the.
That's fine.
Okay.
It doesn't have to look like it's alive. It just has to be weird.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I will also
It has to
cause
attract attention.
harmless tremors underneath it as well.
All right, so suddenly the ground starts to shake a little bit as this very deep voice starts singing this dwarven drinking song, and the ground is trembling in time with the song, and all of the cultists kind of run towards it. The Kenku say nope and start running away.
Should they be singing along?
Yeah.
Oh, good. They're running down where we were headed.
Yeah.
Well,
That's fine. 2 Kenku is better than 2 Kenku and a bunch of other dudes.
Yeah.
And this
They
guy,
might go hide in the drinking hall.
and these guys are just trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this thing.
Time to sneak.
Yeah, it's probably easier to take out 2 Kenku than it is to take out everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Are they still running away?
Let's also run away as though we came.
Yeah.
That's true. You're in initiate's robes.
High over there.
What if we go south?
So are you trying for
No, you
stealth?
want to go to the... Or
I know Regdar is, so.
I think Amlal's just going to bolt. He's not particularly stealthy, so I think he's just going to head.
So why try?
That's right. If you're not good at something, you shouldn't even try. That's what my parents always told me.
Huh.
But I was thinking about running the opposite direction, like down here.
That's why I've done nothing with my life.
You can go around the south side of the feasting hall.
outside the building.
Scott, you're a master of dungeons.
Well,
I guess I will.
A dungeon.
yeah, I'm
This
going to try to
particular
be
dungeon.
stealthy. I actually rolled a 20, so I got a 29 to stealth, so I feel like I can pull it off.
Shara, no, but the Shara disappears.
Whoa.
So where's everybody going? Umlal is running down this hallway.
I guess we'll follow him.
I don't know how he got in the lead, but now everybody's following Umlal. Is that the idea?
He is the fastest, actually.
I am fast. I run 40 feet.
Well, there you go.
He's easy to spot too.
Yep.
Especially since he doesn't bother with stealth.
Can hear him.
So you all follow him. Nobody notices the Kenku. Regdar, as you're running past, you look up to see where the Kenku are, and they're kind of just cowering in the corner. And you hear the coming from the Kenku like cries of young children that they are mimicking.
Oh, great.
Great.
Creepy.
Let's
I'm
go.
out.
So creepy.
I tell the Kenku, everything's fine. Everything's fine. And keep going.
Throw him a cracker.
And then you want to head back down
Down the worm.
Locked on down the worm.
Oh, man. I'm going to use my balloon bag.
No, not in public.
Oh,
Are you going to?
I'm thinking about jumping into that hole and just using, not now, but when we get to the shaft.
Well, this is the shaft. What shaft? There are
No, at the bottom. So there's this one.
And then there's the
one,
80-foot deep one at the bottom.
yeah,
of the
the
worm.
one that we found that was where the balloon stuff was at the top.
I gotcha. All right, so you all successfully climbed down this worm.
Well, maybe Zatasha can let us know if we are heading in the right direction, since she seems to know.
well, I haven't been down in the catacombs yet, but you guys seem like you totally have it together, so I'm sure.
We know where we're going.
I just look at her and say, we need to talk later. When
All right, you successfully climbed
I
down.
think I was being honest there, but
down the worm, and you are back here. And Zatasha is with you.
Should we explore this level further in case this is where the ritual is happening before we go all the way down?
yeah. Do I
is
have
this-
any
Is
information
this part of the
about
caverns now?
Is there, Scott, are there any other exits or entrances from this? Like, or is this just all
you
down
can
here
see
and there?
I mean, this area seems a little bit more like less. I don't know. Am I inferring incorrectly?
It seems browner.
Scott, is this area of the caverns a little bit more less natural cavern and a mix of natural and actually dug out stuff, or is this just
it does seem a little bit more worked.
Yeah.
You would know that when you met that halfling that you saved, and she said we have to stop the ceremony that's starting now. She jumped down the hole in the pyramid, and you are sure that you have left that level where that hole. That shaft leads to. So this is a different level.
Okay.
And you
Dark suggests that let's explore this area fully before we head deeper into the caverns.
Is this the level where? Do you think that this is where the pit in the pyramid leads to? Because that's basically where we need to get to down there.
Yeah,
Well,
this is not that.
lower.
We need to keep going down. Yeah.
Well, sorry, Regdar is foolish.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should head for
fights and
for there at least as a starting point, because I know for sure that that's how everybody went.
Let's do it.
All right, so now you are
ceremony.
at the top of the shaft that you climbed up before.
Are we balloon?
I was
bagging
supposed to be in
or
this flute concert that was going to happen for it, but it all got canceled. Which is great because I friggin' hate flute music.
I quickly put away the flute that I was taking out of my bag.
Sadly.
Oh, flutes.
So, how do you feel about Githkas?
They're great.
Okay.
Love a Githka.
Never look a Githka in the mouth.
Oh,
Howling wind howls as it climbs up this dark shaft. This is where you found your balloon bags.
Okay. I have a good feeling about this.
Yeah, sounds great.
Wait, so we're supposed to go down here? Is there still a rope hanging by any chance?
we also only have. I mean, we have maximum 5 balloon bags, and there's 6 of us. So
I can levitate.
We easily climbed this.
Here, let's just convince Almal that we've given him a balloon bag and send
We still got the rope. We can rappel. Most of us can rappel down.
Pulls his strap and all like just like pots
I think
all start coming out of his backpack.
Yeah, I think we can mostly just climb down with the safety of the rope giving us advantage.
I don't think that. In fact, I'm suspicious that this pit is deep enough that a balloon bag would be helpful. So.
Well, it's 80 feet deep, and you know that the rough pit walls seem like climbing would not be that difficult.
Let's try that in an emergency. I'll cast Featherfall.
I think I'm definitely going to need the help of the rope. You may have noticed as we've been walking along that Zatasha is incredibly klutzy. Like, it looks like she's trying to run into walls sometimes. She's just really, So rope is good.
And we're just using it for climbing instead of some other preposterous thing.
But I'm so charismatic. I look like I almost meant to do it.
I mean, how long is that tail? Can you just bungee?
The tail is not that long.
No. Are you sure? It's 75 feet, not 80 feet.
4 feet.
I'm sure it stretches.
Carlos goes down.
Carlos climbs down as everyone is talking.
All right, Alma also climbs down.
Carlos goes down.
Oh dear.
That movie
Conversation
where the,
is so inane
stop,
it's rendered
Steve.
him unconscious.
that movie where the mole checks into the hotel and
there's a giant worm.
Reference acknowledged.
You all
Steve.
have advantage. Just tell me if anyone has gotten lower than 10 on an athletics check.
all right. Not me.
I do.
Thank goodness I had advantage because I rolled a critical fail and a 12.
11. Oh, we have advantage on this one?
You only
Two
need to be
11s,
10.
apparently. That's all I can roll.
All right, so as you are climbing down, Zatasha climbs down about 10 feet, and then
To her death. Goodbye, Zatasha.
she loses her grip and starts to fall.
Let's go back up to and meet another cultist. It turns out the entire cult is plants.
Carlos tries to catch her. He's standing at the bottom.
Regdar casts Featherfall.
Well, I mean, there's also a rope around me because I'm not going down without the rope.
Yeah, is it necessary? Can she grab the rope?
Well, with Featherfall, it doesn't matter. She not quietly, she lands lightly at the bottom of the thing. I mean, she could grab the rope. That would require some rolls, but we could do that.
Yeah,
She's
rolls
plus an
that.
attack. Yeah,
Rolls that I'm not gonna make.
I've used a spell slot, so that's
right.
it.
All right.
All right. You are all at the bottom of the shaft that leads then to the
Damn right.
Do I know what just happened to me? I'm curious.
Well, no, not really.
Okay.
You've had this kind of thing happen before.
Let's see.
I caught you.
I have pretty good insight. I'm guessing I'd probably be able to figure it out.
Did you catch her? She falls slowly past you.
No, I caught her as she fell slowly.
Into your arms, just gently.
Thanks, team. You guys are awesome. I love you guys.
That's us.
I'm very convincing.
Don't believe what you hear.
Isn't it always exciting to meet new people that you're going to inevitably disappoint? So, I mean,
you're all so competent. It seems like you've got your stuff together.
Yep.
All right, so you are back in this cavern.
Why did we come back here?
we have to stop a ritual that will save Athos.
Well, let's consider whether Yancy Ban is so bad.
He's pretty bad.
Maybe he's the lesser of two evils, though.
People are supposed to stay on the plane that they're from. That's just how I was raised.
Oh,
well, consider this.
Wow.
Maybe we facilitate all four of these dudes coming and let them fight it out amongst themselves.
Gotcha, Agent of Chaos.
They'll weaken
feel
each
like-
other.
Yeah, but our home is their battleground.
That's a great tagline for a movie.
Yeah.
that is a great tagline for a movie.
No matter who wins, we lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
all
remember
down
which
with
movie that was tagline for showing
Alien versus Predator.
Oh, I saw that movie. I thought it was Godzilla versus something.
So Carlos is standing at the chasm again.
Yep.
Back
Carlos
at the
is like-
chasm.
Almo looks over his shoulder and then just pushes.
Well, do we want to go this way or do we want to go by the frozen lake?
Do we
Well,
know
there's
where?
also
do we know
south.
where we're going?
We could also go south. So Tasha,
It's not really the way we're going, but yeah.
What are your?
But do we know where the actual ritual is?
You do
might
not.
not have been where we landed.
Yeah, have I heard anything about once you get down the pit in the
Take a
temple
left.
or in the pyramid? Exactly.
Take a left
Left
at the
at the giant pile of gore.
Well, you know that there is a room that is referred to as the air portal, and that is where you think it's happening, but you're not sure where it is. You've heard tales that it is in these caverns that are known as the Howling Caves.
Uh-huh.
It's never ending,
Right.
and the caves that you're standing in now have a wind that keeps never ending. So you think that you're in the right place, but you're not sure where in these caves is the air portal.
So we need to do a grid search and
By Samsonite.
rule things out.
Can we
All right,
see
let's
farther
split up
down?
to cover more ground.
This
There we
direction?
go.
And I do have dark vision, so
You're standing there. 1, 2.
Well, let's look to the south since we don't know what's down there. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I one step behind as usual?
Oh, at least it's just one step.
see dead
Giant
things.
spiders are seized in death among dead cave lizards, giant bats, and a carrion crawler, and a female dark-skinned elf decked in fine chainmail with a ruby pommeled knives. Oh, not just one, several ruby pommeled knives at her hips. No injuries are apparent, and the smell of death is fainter than one would expect. At the back of the cave, within 10 feet of the elf, a breeze whistles through three tiny fissures in the rock.
This seems like
I don't think
something
we
we
wanna go
should
down there.
investigate further.
that doesn't look like a ritual happening over there.
Nope.
Also, yeah, it might be a trap or something.
Yeah.
Something's dining room. So
Really?
Let's back away.
also, like that carrion
appearing to be dead and having jeweled daggers about
I
her?
don't know. I feel like that carrion crawler probably did not die with a lot of money on him. So let's keep moving.
What if he crawled it out of his
Yeah.
the
Well,
carrion?
How about we
Yeah, what
look
if-
up here
what
to
if he-
the
Does he look like an
northwest?
investment banker, carrion crawler?
All right, we solved your carrion crawler puzzle, Scott.
Damn you!
All right, so shall we do we
North it is.
cross over Thunder
All right.
Chasm or
So are we? So I say, folks, are we just literally just you're just running around corners? Is that what's happening?
yes?
Yeah, welcome to the crew.
Maybe we could stop that because I feel like at least a couple of you guys look like you're really, really good at being stealthy and sneaky, and I would just love to see that in action. See some
Who's that?
corners.
These positivity, I love it.
I feel strangely manipulated.
Carlos
And I
is
love
going
it.
to stealthily look around a corner. Although he doesn't have dark vision, but he's going to look anyway.
Well, he has a torch.
That stealth.
Yeah, but that's going to ruin the stealth. So Carlos is not going to. Carlos looks around the corner. It's completely dark, and he leans back and goes, "Oh, I don't know. It's really dark."
All right, come on, out of the way. I'll go.
I nod and I say, "That was a really good try." Does anybody else want to get a shot?
Well, I guess I'll go next.
What about you, milady? I say to the bug.
Milady.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, sure, I'll go. That's wow. No one's ever called me milady before. All right, so I'm cruising around the corner to see what I see, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to see an ice lake.
I am there. You think that this passageway to the north leads to the ice lake because you see the glint of some ice, and then you see this other passageway that seems to turn.
All right. So just because I can, I'm going to telepathically let the tiefling know, hey, there's a glint of ice up there, and it's an ice lake.
I telepathically respond, ice? What?
We don't know either.
It's a strange kind of rock sometimes found underground in cold places.
We think of glass.
All right. Well, if there's nobody else, I say, hey, let's follow.
All right. Well, we already know that the chasm's no good to be cruising around in, so... What can it hurt to go visit the ice lake?
What is it? What is it off to the right there? You want to sneak around that corner and see where that goes?
Looks like it's diverticulum.
Since I haven't been on the other side of it, I don't realize that this is necessarily such a small little area there.
Yeah, that leads to the other side of the ice lake, and it's also where our friend died.
No, up and to the right.
Oh, I don't know. It's dark up there. I don't see anything. Whatever.
It probably is nothing.
All right, I'll take a look. Boop.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
It's a cave that goes nowhere.
We totally could have slept here and never met Erica's new character.
That is true. You still would have met her.
Oh.
Somehow I would have found you.
Oh, man. Ruin the illusion, why don't you?
Sorry.
North to the ice lake, I guess?
North to the ice lake.
Kachka, do you want to just go all the way
north?
back?
The ice is on.
Do we really want to go near an ice lake? Those are two words that I was not expecting
We
to
could also jump
use.
over this chasm with thunder and fog.
It kind of looks like we can walk around the perimeter of the ice lake.
Yeah, let's skirt.
Oh, there's a shore. Sure.
Yeah, let's avoid.
There's a shore.
The ice monsters that are probably there under the ice.
Just in case.
It's probably just one ice monster.
Just in case, maybe we should be thoughtful about the order in which we go around this lake. Which of you guys is the strongest, sturdiest?
So Tassa, you are so wise.
Me.
It's like you have a lifetime of wisdom already built up.
So remember this: as you come into this cave, it suddenly gets really cold, and it is dominated by this frozen pool. Ice crystals glitter on the walls, the floor, and other rock formations. And snow, which you've never seen before, whirls. Well, Umwal may have seen it before. Whirls about on strong gusts.
Creepy.
Oh my God, snow, which I've never seen before.
This like my home. Remind me of the mountains.
When you say it gets really cold, are we talking about like dangerously cold or
Like, is it impeding our movement? It's so cold?
The temperature in this cave is negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh. Wait, Athos hasn't gone to the metric system yet? What is wrong with them?
They try, but the Sorcerer Kings are just arguing about it.
That's right.
They prefer
sealed off
imperial
from the other
measures. I
plane.
get it. I get
we
it.
blame here
we
in
use
tier. We
sorcerer
blame.
measure here.
We blame.
In tier, we use the metric system, okay? We overthrew our Sorcerer King and his imperial measurements.
But I think
That's
we
okay.
might be closer to Uruk here, so it's
but it is fair to point out minus 30 is pretty much the same in either one. So
It's pretty close. Minus 40 is where they meet, so
it's fine. It's cold in there.
Maybe
good chat.
not smart.
But so
gonna be painful.
it's really cold, but we're also going like 100 feet around it, right?
That's true.
True.
Yeah.
Or we could just go across the chasm. We could do that too, past the death place.
I pick up Carlos and shove him across the ice lake.
Yeah, I think Carlos doesn't want to go see Presta's little, body parts, so he's going to try to go across as quickly as he can. Try to go across.
All right.
Amlaw will bring up the rear just to make sure that we've got coverage.
Yeah. I think everybody should just follow as quickly as possible.
All right.
Going robot on us.
Yes.
A little bit.
Everybody place yourself in the room.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm already out.
All
out.
of the times to
You are not
all the
out.
times to go robot.
Yeah, I love the D&D game that's just, can I move my token faster than Scott can say?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I moved my token through there, and he said nothing.
But you didn't. You took your hand off the piece, and
Yep.
so
Suddenly, the air grows very warm. Water rains from above. The ice cracks and thick waves of steam rise from the pool, bobbing amongst the breaking ice. The bloated bodies of small humanoids stare up with wide, dead eyes.
this is somehow more horrible than what I imagined.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Athos after all. All right, okay.
And it happens so quickly. The room just kind of fills with light steam, and now it is obscure.
I stick my tongue out.
Do you have a tongue?
I'd say everybody keep following the wall.
It's not her tongue, but she carries the tongue with her.
Just these moments.
All right, double time. Everybody move.
Yep. Just like use your hand to like follow along the wall.
Moving against the wall, trying to get out of here.
All right, you all. If nobody's going in the water, you're all out.
I'm not thinking taking
The hot tub. Woo.
Whether Regdar wants to or not, he may end up in the water.
Oh no.
Oh.
Just happens.
Yeah. Kachka, come dunk Regdar. It'll be funny.
I cast Shared Fate on Ketchka.
Ooh.
That was
So you lead up a
That was
passage,
weird.
and now the passageway branches off. You recognize this area. If you go to the west, you are back where the air, and you can actually hear the clatter of bones as this air elemental is whirling about. This is where you entered this level the first time, and then to the east, where northeast, you remember is the whispering room of doom. Or the wind chorus, as they call it here.
Can we hear?
That's much nicer.
Is there any evidence that we can hear somebody else down here with us, perhaps for that ceremony?
Did anyone look for tracks on the floor that we have not already obfuscated with our several trips back and forth across?
Presta did try to find tracks before, but because it's so windy, it was impossible to tell anything.
I sort of feel like the big pile of burly guys are probably blocking the entrance to wherever this thing is going on.
Yeah.
And it's hard to hear things in here because of the wind as well.
Would you say it's howling?
I would.
I think we're on the right track, guys.
All right.
Seems like east. Well, there's a lot to the.
So we have to go at least up to here, right? Like any other direction is just going to take us back to the gore.
Yeah, I think we need to go east.
All right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe south too. It's hard to tell if it's north or south.
All right.
All right, so you are headed towards the wind chorus. You hear, as you enter, the wind picks up and you start hearing voices saying things. Carlos, you hear the voice of Presta say, "It's your fault."
No, that was Amlal.
Yeah, Carlos is like, nope, not me. It's fine.
Not this time.
Although you hear the voice of Carlos say,
No,
"It's your fault."
I hear the voice of Dan's former characters
saying it's your fault.
Why did you go in the mushroom room? That's what they're saying to me.
I wonder why Carlos is whispering to me instead of just talking to me.
No, yeah, Carlos was literally whispering.
That was a message from Presta. I think it was for you.
All right, which way? So this branches off again. You can go north or south here. You see these stalactites. This is the wind. Is kind of you hear things in here.
Well, people with dark vision should lead the way here and
right,
keep going around the corners and seeing if there's any sign that there's a ceremony going on.
Our main question is do you think we need to head down to that area where the Eglath was, or the place with the mushrooms in the Eglath? That seems to be the main options.
Our other
or cross
option
the
is
abyss.
We could go to past the chasm, the thunderous chasm,
Come around on the
and
south.
sneak up from the south.
You want to try to flank them?
Well, I think we know where that leads. We don't necessarily know where the path around the abyss leads, or where the mushroom room leads. But I think
the mushroom room looks like it might connect to this.
It looks like it connects as well, yeah. But it's also full of mushrooms. Yep. We don't have good experience with it.
It is full of mushrooms.
Edible mushrooms, though, if you're a Nicolops or whatever
Eglath?
that thing is. Necco wafer.
Necco wafers.
The deadliest candy.
Made in the rodent
Mess up your
factory.
dental work.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been down here before, but scooting around from the south, like you said, sounds like a good idea. So going through like N5.
Shall we try this democracy thing we've heard of? It's new to tier.
It'd never work.
It's probably, yeah, you're right. It was a stupid idea.
Doomed to fail.
Well, let me know which way you want to go.
Who wants to go south and who wants to go through the mushroom room and check out the abyss?
I think
while we're at it?
south.
I don't want mushrooms.
I mean, I think we know if we go to the south, we're going to run into the big pile of guys that are going to beat us up.
And the mushroom room is south of you. Everyone knows that, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
South end.
I'll
Southwest
go
and the
with
southeast.
Katska, and I think we should, head down south of N5 and sort of work our way north again. Is that what we're saying?
I think so, yeah.
At least check it out.
Could we?
Maybe things have
Yeah.
changed. Since,
I'm just going to move you all.
And we haven't found anything successful with like these big guys. Like, I guess they can teleport because it's not like we can find like a. Because what would be great would be to fight them one at a time.
and that guy literally did teleport away from us after we were getting the upper
So it's
hand
not.
on him.
So I don't know. Finding there's not like some kind of pinch point that we can find them at.
I'm just going to put you guys by the Thunder Chasm.
no, that's okay.
sure.
And
Thunder.
and you tell me where you want to go from here. So you walk
Chasm.
down.
Can I go
Through-
a little
there
away
you
from
are.
the thunder?
I think
chasm a
maybe
little?
somebody should stealthily peek around the corner. And just
Gotcha.
Get
You are
it.
so full of ideas.
I don't have night vision, so I don't know.
Oh, that's
All right, I'll
dark.
peek around the corner. I guess I'm the designated stealth bug.
Oh, give
Well,
me
no.
a stealth check.
Okay,
Stealthy bug.
it's a 22.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. Appreciate it, buddy.
I don't know what voice we're doing, but
It's a
I don't
stealth.
know. We're kind of leaning into Mackenzie Brothers territory or something.
Oh, great.
that's
See another 6 feet of cavern.
I think that's probably all you
10
can
feet.
see from there.
All right. I don't see any big scary dudes.
You do not.
All right, I'm going to go a few more feet in and look around the corner.
Oops.
Towards the north.
Oh man, why do they call this that?
I'm gonna stay so I can kind of see. Well, if she weren't so stealthy, that I could see Kachka, so that I can stay in telepathic contact.
Okay. Let's see what you could see.
I need to be able to see somebody to be able to talk to them telepathically.
So, Kachka, you look up. Kachka, did you see the room that the Nikoloth was in
When?
at any point before this? Because you will
I did
figure
not
this
go
out.
all the way around this corner before, no.
So you describe what you're looking at, and Carlos, who has seen the room where the Nikoloth is, says, "Oh, that's the room where the Nikoloth was."
Yep.
And the one thing you would notice
I see
is
what
that
you
there's a crisped elf kind of hanging from a hook that you remember Carlos talking about one of the.
Right. That's that larger cavern. a ways
Two
to
elves
the north
died
of
that
here,
day.
That's right. And that is where the Nikoloth was chilling before.
Although it did get a bit warmer when we torched that elf.
I was using chilling as a
Oh,
colloquialism.
chilling. Got it. Yeah.
I am hip.
All right. So
say.
we can continue on to the north. If we do, we're probably going to run into the narcolepsy.
I feel like I could sleep right now.
Does it look like the kind of room where ceremony
Well,
has happened?
there were
is
bodies
happening?
chained to the walls and stuff, so it was
Yeah.
sort of like that.
Could be there.
I will say, there were two humans, one of those bird people, and a dark elf, which I'm just going to say drow, hung suspended from hooks connected to chains. Blood pools on the floor beneath them. Beetles scurry along the floor walls and down the chains and onto the victims, which faintly struggle, rasp, and moan, and you do hear some moans, as a breeze turns them around and around. Debris, including tattered clothing and broken weapons, is scattered against the walls.
Well, at least there's a breeze.
So that dark elf is a drow and not just the one that we burnt earlier.
Correct.
Okay, good.
It's not a blackened elf. Well, it is a blackened elf. It's a blackened drow.
Blackened drow.
Onion, garlic, cayenne pepper.
I guarantee.
Okay, so should we just quit?
I guess not. Or?
Just wait for the apocalypse.
That's right. We'll just hunker down in this little cul-de-sac to the south here.
So maybe to the east is where we need to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we went around that corner and discovered some nasty people. But so be prepared.
Well, I mean, okay, if that's the way we got to go.
I will stealthily continue around the corner and see what I can see.
All right, so you see this passage kind of ends. It's a little fissure. So
fissure.
Now know that this
Very
all
important
connects.
figure. It's the Fissure King.
That's right.
Oh,
And then you look down this passageway and you see a room. Yes, this cave has an uneven floor covered with toadstools. The toadstool caps are spotted white, purple, and green and blue. Some are as low. Well, you couldn't tell that because you're using dark vision. Some are as low and wide as forest ferns, while others stand as tall as humans. Their stems thick as the trunks of trees. Still others shed a faint light. Oh, I guess you can see now. Eerily illuminating a sloped passage leading down to the shore. Oh, you can't see this. Leading down somewhere.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Maybe the demons
well,
are
a slope down.
maybe they've all relocated to wherever the ceremony is happening, which is probably not good.
There's no sign of the demons in the room with the guys hanging from the ceiling?
Nope.
Maybe we release those guys and see if they know anything?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And say, boy, what happened to this one that got burnt over here?
Weird.
That must have
unfortunate.
really sucked.
Yeah, let's go let these let's go see what these people know. You can let them pray if you want. I just want the information.
You just want to leave them hanging there and ask them questions?
Just hanging out.
All right.
So
Just ask, are you cultists?
Hey, they might be.
Are you?
There are some guys that chained to obelisks upstairs trying to learn how to live with no food. It's ridiculous.
Are you initiates like us?
And as you're saying that, suddenly the Nikoloth drops its invisibility and
Oh boy.
attacks. So roll for. It probably gets a surprise round. So who will it hit? Carlos.
Sure.
It is there. It is going to make a melee attack.
Does this Nikolops look like it's been damaged previously?
This Nikoloth looks like the same Nikoloth, only it looks like in the 8 hours that you had to rest, it also rested, and it appears to be fine.
Is it sleepless?
You guys remind me what we learned about Nekoloth last time, and wasn't there weird stuff about which damage they were resistant to? And
Yes, I will remind you. I don't think you learned this, but you know that it is resisted from non-magical attacks.
yes,
That's right. Yeah.
It is resisted to
fire damage. Because that was my big thing, was to do fire damage to it, which was
I think someone tried lightning. It's also resistant to that.
so it is resistant to non-magic and several types of magic.
Yes. And it also has so you'll remember that it looks like a very large gargoyle with wings, powerful bat wings, and it holds in its hands a large great axe that it has swung twice at Carlos. 16, I believe, misses.
Correct.
But a 26 will hit.
Definitely.
And you take 17 points of damage.
Out carry the 3.
And now, give me initiatives. Oh, and
All right, then.
I'm going to remove the specters from this fight. And let's do this. What is happening?
What is happening?
What is happening?
What's happening?
That's what we want.
All right.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's not distracting. Erica, what is your initiative? 4.
I'm this many.
All right. Carlos.
Yes, well, I picked up the Crystal Scimitar +1 of Presta, and since magical, I know that my...
Wait a second, I had it. It's in my inventory, because I picked it up when she died last time.
Well, but because I said when we were leaving, we picked up all of her body.
Right, but I'd already taken it off.
Continuity error. I think you will find
cut in half. There's 2 of them now.
Yeah.
Let's go to the videotape.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, it was in my inventory from last time because I was about to.
Well, then I think
that's going to be awkward.
Do you
all can't use it?
Did you want to keep it? Are you going to keep it and use it?
I was going to use it, but if you want to take it, then I also have a +1 dagger, so I guess I could stab him with a +1 dagger.
Yeah, I think at some point you exchanged the. You handed me the scimitar.
Fair enough,
because
it was too sad for you to hold it.
And so Scott, I am going to use that since I don't have any other magical weapons, and I know that my unmagical weapons did not have any effect on it the last time.
Well, that is technically incorrect. It had resistance. You did damage.
Yeah, but it was going to resist that damage. So I thought it was. Well, what would the stats be for me to use this crystal scimitar?
Scimitar is a D6, 1d6 slashing. It is a light weapon, and it is a finesse weapon. Oh, +1, yes. You use your strength, because I assume you'd want to use your strength modifier instead of your dexterity modifier. So
it's D20 +5?
Yep. And then +5 to damage, so +6 for damage. D6 +6.
And it was doing half damage. It was resisting half damage, is that right?
Resistance is half damage. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
May be immune to things.
I'm going to. I'm just going to use my hammer again. I'm not going to use the scimitar because the hammer is just so much more effective than the scimitar is, even though it's magical.
All right, but we've already established though that Carlos has the scimitar.
Yes, so if somebody wants it, so Umlal will have to ask me to toss it to him later. Okay.
Or could someone toss it to me? I don't have anything magical either, so.
Oh, well, somebody ask and Carlos can toss it to him, but Carlos will use the hammer in the meantime.
Carlos just set the scimitar down and shove it to the south.
I just chuck it over my shoulder. Hopefully, it doesn't hit anybody.
Carlos is like, I totally want this thing. This is crap.
And that's an 11, which doesn't do anything.
Will bounce off. Well, it doesn't even hit. It's
and a 12, so
12
nothing.
Also does not hit. Regdar, you watch Carlos look through his inventory and pick the weapon.
What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? That. Oh no.
Well, I think the best I can do is because it doesn't resist force damage, is just to cast magic missile at a high level. Why does that not work anymore?
I don't know, but it's a lot of words or letters. Yeah. Only a couple words.
Nope. Did something break with my character sheet?
I'm gonna say yes.
From map to map.
Is it supposed to send gibberish to the chat window?
It is not.
Are you selecting your token?
I did select my character.
Usually that's the issue.
Well, so magic missile is going to be a certain number of D4 plus
3D4 plus 3, and then for every additional level you get an extra D4. I think
I'm going to cast it at 3rd level, so it will be 5 darts. So each dart is a D4 plus 1. Correct. So I'm going to roll
5D4 plus 5.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. D4 plus 5.
Cast shield.
Roll.
No, it doesn't.
18 damage in his face. Zip, zop. And I've used a level 3 spell slot.
Excellent. Shara, you are standing next to a well, you're not actually standing next to it. You're standing next to Umlal, who seems to be almost angry because he doesn't have a crystal scimitar.
Well, there are three of us with the same initiative here, so.
17.
Is it better if anybody else goes first? Or?
Oh, that's true. So, yes, who wants to go? Dan, Steve, or Aline?
Doesn't matter to me. I do best on sneak attacks, so.
Does us positioning or getting in there help at all?
Well, if you get yourself to within, let's see, is Carlos? Where is Carlos? There
Carlos
he is.
is right next to it.
If he's within 5 feet, though, so you should still get sneak attack for that because he's engaging the demon. Whatever you guys want to do.
I will go third because if there are multiple people within melee range, I have a spell that may be making him run away for some opportunity attacks.
Well, I'm just going to fire my crossbow bolt at it. So 18.
18 will hit.
Okay. And then I get, I think, 2d6. Sneak attack is an extra 1d6. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I rolled well. So that is 14 damage.
All right. That is good. Doesn't appear as though all of that goes through. Ulal.
Umlal rushes. Umlal is angry. You killed me, friend! He runs up and he grabs the scimitar that's hanging off Carlos's belt.
That was
motion brings it around to smash this guy.
Yeah, kill him with Presta's weapon. That's right.
Yes, I will say you could do that, but you can only make one attack. I know, tough but fair.
Lame. All right, but I'm raging.
Tough but lame.
Tough and lame. All right,
not fair.
Let's do this. Okay, cool. All right, so scimitar attack.
Scimitar 24, that will hit.
And it's an extra 2 damage because I'm raging.
So 11 points of damage. It does not like that. It roars in pain. That's what it sounds like.
Cool. And cool.
Carlos removes his scimitar from his inventory.
Moment of silence for Carlos's once owned.
Momentarily,
I ran the numbers. It's gonna average better damage than my greatsword.
Anything else?
Ketchka. Nope.
Ketchka.
All right. So is this the dude that did the killing blow to Presta?
It is, in fact,
like
the very same. Like he is covered
undead
in blood of Presta, literally.
Oh, well, that makes me extremely angry, and I'm
probably hungry,
and a little hungry.
It's true.
I can still see your corpse in the other room, and it's made me a little bit.
It's still there.
So I am going to send some dissonant whispers his way at 3rd level. He must make a wisdom saving throw of 16 or better.
Alrighty.
This guy lives in a cave full of corpses. He can't be that wise, right?
He failed.
Yeah.
Cool. So...
Location.
I feel like he made some life choices.
Yeah. Dissonant whispers. I say, should have known better than to kill a friend.
and then wait around 8 hours for them to come back fully rested.
Your guilty feelings have no rhythm whatsoever. All right. So he will take 18 psychic damage.
That's where I keep my brain.
And on top of that, since he failed his wisdom saving throw, will move as far away from me as its speed will allow.
On your round or on his round?
Immediately, using its reaction, if available.
It's available. It hasn't reacted yet. Let's see here. Just need to make sure I'm on the right. I am not. That's why. Okay. It beats its bat wings and leaves the floor and flies 20 feet straight up.
My 2 pals should have an opportunity to take a swing at it at this point.
I think that is true.
True.
Indeedy.
Well, I not move this token.
I got a 20.
A 20 will hit.
And I'm going to roll. I forgot to roll damage twice last time. I can do twice once per turn. So I'm going to go with the higher one. I know. That's bold. Bold choice with 13 damage.
You're so crazy.
13 damage. Why can't I do this? All right, 13 damage. And who else is there? Carlos?
I am there. I have, of course, my Scorpion Carapace armor, which allows me to make an attack when somebody adjacent to me willingly moves.
It did not willingly move, but
it unwillingly moved. That's true. Okay, well then just a regular old attack, huh?
Yes. That's why I put it on the wrong
That
way.
is a 25.
25 will hit.
13 hammer damage. The bluntest damage of all.
We call that bludgeoning damage in the biz. And it moves over a little bit. So now it's 20 feet up and a little further away. Now it's the Nikoloth's turn. Is it still... can it move towards you, or is that just a momentary thing, Kashka?
According to this, it doesn't do anything after running away. So I think it's free to do whatever at this point.
Alrighty. Then it will move over here and just kind of hover and try to cut off Umlal's head.
Let me know what that roll is before.
I need my head.
All right, well, I've got 2 rolls. I'll tell you what they both are.
It's not like you've been using it.
Oh,
Sorry.
It's funny because it's true. A 16 and a 21.
All right, I will attempt to disrupt the 21 with my cutting words. Let's see, which is a... What's my inspiration die? D8. So take 2 off of that 21.
Oh, man. You know what's ironic, Steve? If you're taking 2 off the 16,
19.
That would have saved me.
Well, is 16 enough to hurt you?
16 is my armor class.
Oh my god! I didn't realize you were.
Then you got hit twice with these 2 great axes. Well, there's only 1 great axe, but 2 great axe blows. And all of you here in your mind, you will be decorating my hooks next. Your little friend was only an appetizer.
I look good on hooks. I got no problem with
that. So that's 30. You take 40 points of damage.
Oh my god.
All right, before that happens, a couple things. One, do you remember what the individual damage was? I think it probably just resolves to 20, but in case it made a difference.
I moved the dice before you.
So I'll reduce it by half to 20 in that case
that's
because
fine.
I resist. And I'm going to use my Stone's Endurance.
Can you reduce that damage having made an opportunity attack?
Yeah, I have resistance. Oh, I can't use my reaction. You're right. So I have to take 20 but my resistance just means I take half damage pretty much no matter what.
All right.
That hurts.
That he took a couple big chunks out of you.
I'm at 40 out of 60 now, but it's not great, but it's not terrible.
You've been better.
I've been worse.
Zatasha.
No, you pronounced it right that time.
I feel like we've done this before.
What?
Well, I haven't, so I'm new to this party. I don't like the look of this guy. People seem really upset at him for some reason. I think maybe
it's like in a past life you have run across.
So I am going to, with a bonus action, activate my Intellect Fortress as my discipline.
Okay.
Just in case it attacks me. And then I'm going to Mind Thrust at it, and I'm going to boost it again using 5 psi points.
All right.
I don't know if I will hit because I have no idea what the intelligence is of a Nikoloth, but
I do.
Okay, well, is it more than 24?
It is not.
Okay, then.
You hit a Nikoloth. In its mind, its most vulnerable part.
Take 41 points of psychic damage.
Hello, new friend.
And as I do that, I say directly into its mind in Infernal, you just made a big mistake.
Oh, it screams. Blood is pouring out of its ears, but it's still alive. Carlos.
Yeah, great. He's flying, right? I can't hit him with my hammer, right?
He is flying, but he's only he had to swoop down to hit Umlal. How tall is Umlal? He's pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm like
8 feet tall.
So he's within hammer range.
Hammer striking distance.
That hammer has a long handle.
Carlos, alley-oop. Run at me, I'll give you the boost.
23.
I will give you inspiration if you do that.
Yes, do it.
Do what?
You're going to run at me, I'm going to like alley-oop you, and then you're going to hit it with the hammer while you're in midair.
Like fastball special.
I love it. Let's do it.
It's going to be awesome.
Umlal, give me a strength check, and Carlos, give me either athletics or acrobatics.
And because I'm raging, I have advantage on strength checks.
I have just joined the most stylish party ever. I say,
we're not usually this cool.
We're going to use that 20.
That time you guys spent at the Athos Globetrotters really is paying.
And my athletics is 12.
All right, so Carlos runs towards Umlal. Umlal puts his hand out in a little basket, and Carlos steps into his hands. Umlal mightily pushes Carlos up. Carlos pinwheels past the Nikoloth and lands over by the entrance.
Aww. It looked pretty great.
What do we need? Cool. What do we need there?
More than a 12 to in your athletics check to successfully hit a Nikoloth. Also, you could have just walked up, but you do both get inspiration.
I could save your life later.
All right. I was hoping for something a little more spectacular.
It was pretty spectacular. Regdar.
I was hoping that everyone would have killed him by now. I'm going to do magic missile, but I'm not going to do it at that high level because I need to not use all of my spell slots. So how about 4 magic missiles? It will be 4d4 plus 4. Roll 13 damage.
You point your finger at him. These missiles shoot out, just splatter into his chest. The chest burst opens and he falls to the ground dead.
Good job, Carlos and Umlal.
Yeah.
All right.
That was totally us, right?
Yeah.
Well timed.
Regdar
I
says
go running
yes.
up to the corpse and start rending it.
Okay.
Yanking out guts, pulling intestines here and there, just screaming the whole time.
His prisoners are all super dead, right? Like they're been dead for like a day.
No, there's only one that's dead. There are
one that you killed.
One that seems to be somehow birds.
Did you say that there were more of those guys before, though?
Yeah,
Two.
They were to the south. We saw a couple extras to the south after that.
Carlos, how many did you see at
I saw
this guy
3,
started out
so including
invisible.
this guy.
Say, Mr. DM, are we still in initiative order?
We are not. Regdar,
Okay.
give me an Arcana check.
Arcana. I love Arcana. 9. That's a critical fail.
Arcana.
All right. You're right.
Never
If anybody else is proficient in Arcana, you can give me an Arcana check.
Somebody should try.
I'm not proficient, though.
You have
I
to
am
be proficient. Well, Ketchka, give me an Arcana.
I'm going to do that. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
You're all right, despite what they say.
I hear I have no style.
Well, that part's true.
So, Ketchka, you say, wait a second. This thing can seemingly cast invisibility. I bet it could also cast
Mirror image. Yeah.
And so there probably is only one Nikoloth.
Oh.
Okay. Then I won't waste any side points on true sight.
Probably just a single Nikoloth. Sure.
Well, now there's a lot of pieces are scattered around the floor.
All right.
It did seem like not the
I'm
kind of
still
creature that
celebrating.
is like super social.
What is it?
Right?
Yeah, what does it have on it? Anything besides a giant
It has a
axe?
giant's axe, a great axe.
Well, that's all right.
That's all right.
So.
Will we ever tire of this?
We will not.
Hey, I'm an entirely new character. I get to make that joke for the first time.
All the jokes you get to make again.
And you notice it has a spider silk pouch that holds 23 platinum pieces.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
And inside, it has a necklace that is a necklace of prayer beads that I will describe what it looks like.
All right, guys.
The ability to resurrect
counting out the money of these prisoners that are still hanging on hooks nearby.
Well, I assume that Koshka and I are looting the body, and the others are.
Yeah, let's get them off. Let's
They've
get
been
them
hanging
down.
there for at least 8 hours. I think they're going to stand another couple of seconds.
So
yeah, but I'd feel bad if they're like watching us count out their money.
This necklace has let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 beads hanging on it, and I will tell you what they are. So someone should write this down.
Beads.
One is a bead of blessing. One is a bead of curing. One is a bead of summons, and one is a bead of wind walking.
Wind waking.
Walking.
Wind talking.
Hopping.
You don't find a necklace.
Tough but fair, Scott McNulty. Tough but fair.
So can I assume that these beads are single use?
These beads are single use, and they cast the spell that they are named after.
Blessing, curing, summons
and wind walking.
Yes.
I don't know any of those spells.
Well, I will tell you what they are. One is the summons will cast Planar Ally, which is a 6th level spell. Lets you beseech an otherworldly entity for aid. Wind walking will cast Wind Walk, which you and 10 creatures you see assume a gaseous form for the duration and appear as wisps. Oh. You have a flying speed of 300 feet and a resistance to damage from non-magical weapons. What is the other one? Cure wounds. Curing can do either cure wounds or lesser restoration. Cure wounds is a 2nd level spell. And Bless will cast Bless, which 3 creatures of your choice, whenever a target makes an attack or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add that to the attack roll or saving throw.
Great.
All right.
Sounds pretty good.
And I will say, the last time you encountered the Eglath, you ran away, and it ran away because it had 3 hit points left.
What? Why would you tell us that? That's just being mean.
Because I'm mean.
Story checks out.
All right. So who found the necklace? Who's gonna keep it?
Good question.
What makes sense?
Somebody who already spends most of their time in the back ranks.
Yep, agreed.
Regdar,
and
have a
maybe
necklace.
Doesn't already have curing or healing powers.
Curing, healing, and blessing.
And wind walking.
Yeah.
Summoning.
You can sort of wind walk.
Yeah. I'm adding it to my character sheet.
I put it in the notes file too.
Did somebody also take note of the money?
Oh yeah, how many platinum pieces?
23.
All right.
All right. Now to these poor
guys hanging from hooks.
Poor wretched souls. Now that we've counted our money.
Yes.
First things first. So there are 2 initiates that clearly look like they are initiates.
And they seem to be enjoying themselves.
They have hooks through their chests, so they do not appear to be enjoying themselves. And there is an Aracona, which is or Aracora, I don't know how to say it. The bird people. She is one bird person.
Sure, and then she should be light enough to lift down off the hook pretty easily.
She is not a kenku. She's a different kind of bird person.
Now, is she just flying there, trying to keep the hooks from digging into her?
Well, you notice that she's kind of groggy. Both of her wings have been broken. And she kind of looks up and she says, "Help me!"
All right. And she's not wearing initiate robes.
I'll grab her by the. How high up above the floor are they?
Just a couple feet.
All right, so I will hold her legs and give somebody a chance to try and maybe scamper up and remove the hooks.
Yeah, do we need to roll?
Do
something?
I know these people at all?
You do not know the initiates or anyone here, actually.
Okay.
You have heard tell that people that displease Aranosi are sent down below, and you imagine this could be the repercussions of this.
Down below.
This is down below. So you easily take she tells you that her name is Kazra. She says, thank you. And you easily get her off of the hook.
Does Kazra mean anything to us?
Nope.
Should we give her, do we have a few good berries left over? Could we give her one?
She has 1 hit point.
Okay. Well, that wouldn't really help then.
No. She says, I just want to fly again. I want to fly. I want to be out of this awful place. Please. Please.
Sure.
I say something very soothing. You're going to be. I lie to her and say, you're going to be just fine.
Oh, thank you so much for saving me. It did horrible things to me.
Why are you down here? Do you know?
The Feathergale Knights captured me and brought me here. I don't. They were for sport, seemingly. They had no questions for me. They just tortured. That thing tortured me. So much torture. I just want to be back under the open sky. Can you take me home?
Well, is this the only room they've had you in?
Yeah, they took me right here, down a hole. Broke my wings. My wings are broken. Can you fix me? Please help. You're very powerful. I watched.
But I can break things.
I watched the second time. The first time I wasn't really paying attention.
Hey.
Do you know these other 2 people that are hanging here?
No, they have been equally tortured. As the demon just seemed to take glee in our pain.
All right, so we take these initiates down.
Yeah, I want to start getting this next person down.
All right.
So you can easily take down the initiates. The initiates they don't make eye contact. They seem kind of sullen. They don't seem particularly grateful for your help.
Initiates, call your parents. You were in a cult.
We were just being taught a lesson. Clearly, this is all part of the plan. Put us back on the hooks.
Nope. Not happening.
Yeah. You're free to help yourself to the hooks.
Where did everybody go to do the big old ritual thing? Where does that happen?
They don't seem to know. We were just.
Do I believe they don't know, or are they just not telling us?
You roll an insight check. We were just part of the flute company, and
oh boy,
I can see why
we've heard that one before.
I got a 16 on insight.
You are pretty sure they're telling the truth.
I put them. Carlos tries to put them back up on the hooks.
If you actually try to do that, the one you're trying to do dies as you try to slide the hook back in.
That's fine.
And his corpse just is now
okay. He's dead.
On the hook.
Mm-hmm. And the next one?
We haven't taken him down yet, have we?
Oh, okay.
I think you took them both down.
Yeah. No. Carlos tries to put the other guy back up on the hook.
And he also dies.
Carlos shrugs.
Well, at least they're quiet now. Does anybody have medicine that could, just like at least kind of stabilize the bird?
She's got 1 hit point. I'm not sure. Can we do much else for her without casting like a whole spell?
We got the beat of curing. We could. Yeah, we got stuff we could do. But
you're weird not using that on this person.
Well, I see where your priorities lie.
My priorities lie in saving all.
Sorry,
of
Birdie. We can't help you.
Mighty
I say
adventurers,
telepathically.
Could you help me back? Could you escort me to the surface? I can't even walk.
We could give her
on the way out.
Can't even walk. We'll give her directions and tell her when she feels better. She could.
If we survive,
put you back on this hook so that you won't get hurt.
No.
I say as kindly as possible. If we survive, we would love to help you get out of here. But right now, we can't even get out of here. And the fate of all of your people and all of our people rests on what we are about to do. I say as nicely as possible after initiating my whichever conquering mind discipline.
Snapper-minded too. She starts to cry and says, I just want to fly again. I just want to get out of here.
We're like 100 feet underground, lady. We don't have that kind of time.
They've been torturing me for days. Please. You're the first non-cultist I've seen, even though you look like cultists, but you killed the demons, so I'm on your side.
Look, we will get you out of here.
Thank you.
I promise you this. As with, my name's Regdar. I'm your new friend. Tell me, do your people have the concept of a life debt?
Yes, I owe you all my life. Please, get me back to my family. I have young children. I need to help them.
We will obviously get you out. The challenging thing here is we're on a bit of a time crunch because let me ask you about your family. Do they live in Athos?
Yes.
Okay. All of Athos is in danger if we don't stop this ritual. So in order to save your children, we're going to have to delay getting you back to the surface. But we will get you back to the surface. We will put you in the wings. You'll get to see your kids again. So, yeah.
Let's maybe we should
here for disguising you. We can tuck you inside this dude we just killed.
I was going to say maybe just in this corner.
Or my pal here can prestidigitate you so it looks like you got burnt like that chick hanging from the northern wall there.
What?
And you just lay here and pretend to be dead. And when we come back, we'll get you.
Well, she passes out.
That
right.
seems about right.
That's good.
Yeah, I'd be sick of us at this point.
I do think that we should maybe, carry her and set her someplace that's a little bit out of the way, not like right out in the open in the middle of this room next to a big dead Eglath.
There is a crack to the southwest. Yeah, somebody else just highlighted that.
Yep.
Stuff her in the crack.
Yep.
I'm going to investigate the charred corpse in the north that's hanging from the hooks up here.
Also a thunderchasm.
You're not putting her in the thunderchasm.
Thunderchasm, ho!
You notice that he is a drow. He doesn't have anything. He's a male. You don't know anything else about him. He has nothing noteworthy on him.
Okay.
He may have had something to say if he were not dead.
Yeah.
I avoid eye contact with the dungeon master.
Fortunately, his eyes have melted, so that's really not a problem.
I noticed Regdar is acting a little bit squirrely in front of this particular corpse.
I feel like that was the right choice to make of the situation with the information I had.
I would have. I have no idea. Sure.
All right, so let's stuff the bird lady in a crack and move on.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you putting Kazra?
Can we leave some rations with her or something, just so that?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you gotta put her over here.
Yeah, and then just build up some stones, not so she's trapped, but so that she's not as easy to see.
Slowly wall her in.
It's not like casting wands.
Birds love being walled in. Trust me. Nature check.
So I'm going to strip one of the initiates and put a robe on her.
Okay, the robe is covered in blood.
You're technically married to her now in her society.
Has a big hole in it, but she is now wearing it.
We should leave her a note that says we'll be right back to, since the last thing that she did was pass out.
Please don't move. Getting
guys,
you can't move.
Please don't tow this.
We need to take careful care of this NPC. This might need to be one of us when we die.
As you move her, you notice that both of her legs are also broken. So she cannot.
Yeah.
So
don't go anywhere.
But she's probably like a level 10 bird, is what you're telling me.
She's a very powerful bird.
I mean, would a cure wounds actually fix her legs or anything? Does that even? Would it?
Yep.
I feel a little bad about leaving an entirely helpless person.
Well, we could have a NPC buddy if we want to heal her and have her come along with us. Although she might want to leave, but we could just not tell her where the exit was.
We're on the way out. Just follow us. Well, I could get her to believe that.
That NPC buddy
what is wrong with you people?
Suddenly is turning into a mind-washed hostage.
Yeah, guys, aren't we better than the cult? Because it sounds like we're starting our own cult.
Hey, I'm in the cult, so.
Whoa! I thought you were in the cult as cover.
I mean, I'm undercover, but still, I'm in the cult.
Very deep cover.
Is she stable at least?
This cult, not so bad. Yes, she's stable. She has 1 hit point, so she's stable. She won't die.
I don't know. My mom raised me never to lie to a bird.
All right, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice of you. I'm glad you had a mom to raise you, but let's get going.
Oh, character moment. Where are you going now?
All right. That's enough out of you, Batman. Let's keep
All right. Well, we got a room full of mushrooms to cruise through to the southeast.
All right, let's do some nature checks on these. Nothing bad could happen. No one ever died in a room full of mushrooms.
Yeah, don't get too close, Carlos.
Yeah.
Don't run in there.
Is somebody going to stealthily peek around the corner?
That's a bug job.
Is that me?
Yep.
Wait, do you need healing, Dan, before we move on?
Wouldn't hurt. Would be nice. I
got a big hit too.
I've heard that about you. How many are you down?
I'm down 21. I think is what that hit was.
That's one more than Omlal.
La-di-da.
All right, we are. Hey, new friend, Zatasha. Do you have any healing magic perchance?
Nope.
Okay, we're down to one healer. I guess that's me.
I don't have magic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, neither do I. I was just wondering.
But
all right.
I don't. I'm not even very good at medicine. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I will.
Time for Umlaw the multi-class.
I'll hit each of you with a cure wounds then.
And what do I get for that?
You get 1d8 plus. I don't know who rolls that, but it's plus 5. So 1d8 plus 5.
Whoever wants to roll it can roll it.
I will roll in for me. 7.
Great.
Well,
and it's
a little closer now.
It is 10 to 6. Well, quarter to 6 really. I don't know if anyone has any hard times they would like to stop, but now it's time to tell me.
I'm feeding pretty quickly. I need to go. So if you want to bubble me and keep playing, or I don't know. Either way is fine.
We were supposed to be going towards some sort of
conclusion.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but then you guys decided to wander all over the place for the first hour.
We didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, I mean,
we didn't know
all
that 3 hit points either.
We're associating with people as foolish as us.
I will do what people want to do, but I'm happy to wrap it up. I'm happy to keep going a little while longer.
An hour.
All right, there you go.
Well, we will continue for half an hour. Elite, if you could stay or go, it's up to you.
I think I can do half an hour.
All right. So you've healed. You are going into. Tell me where you're doing. You're in front of a mushroom room.
Should we go to mushroom room?
It's just called a mushroom.
All right. So I will not read the whole thing, but I will say that some of the mushrooms are illuminating the area, and others are shedding a faint light, eerily illuminating a sloped passage leading down to the shore of a placid body of water that also glows dimly. Beneath the whispering gusts of air, the sound of dripping water echoes.
Still a lot of water in this adventure.
Yeah, I think we should go that way, though.
Yeah. Can I just
spread carefully through here?
I'm just going to check any of these mushrooms, magic mushrooms. Arcana check.
Far out, Radar.
I just want to know if they're going to poison us or if they're animated or going to rise up.
Anybody got any brownie mints?
Oh, God. This is why you can't bring a bard anywhere.
You do note that some of these magical mushrooms are magical.
I rolled a 26. I feel like I should get a little bit more than that.
Well, you interrupted me as I was about to tell you more.
So that's it.
I only got 30 minutes, Scott. That's not funny.
You know that there is one aqua-spotted toadstool that acts as a potion of longevity.
We're taking that.
Yep.
And as you spend, how long do you want to spend in the mushroom room?
Not long.
Not very.
Yeah. I'm not answering.
It's like a trick question.
Let's just walk
what
through.
Does longevity involve, by the way?
There are lots of mushrooms, I'm just saying.
Is that something that we really care about?
I think so. Isn't it really good?
Almost already pretty long.
Your physical age is reduced by 1d6 plus 6 years to a minimum of 13 years.
let's age everybody out the Muppet. We'll do. Oh no, except it's just 13, so we'll be like awkward Degrassi high teen.
A 3 can only live about 30 years, so I could use some of that action. Actually,
FYI,
because I don't sleep.
There's a chance that you don't de-age when you drink it.
What's the chance?
There's a 10% chance that you age 1d6 plus 6 years.
So 5 awkward teenagers and 1 awkward geriatric.
Pass.
I hand Koshka one of the longevity mushrooms and say, "Have a bite."
There's only one.
There's only one.
I've given it to Kochka. He only lives until 30 because he doesn't sleep ever. Which is a lesson for a lot of you out there, millennials.
There are 2 amber toadstools flecked with gray that work as potions of heroism.
Ooh, taken.
We don't need that.
Guys, we are going on a mushroom hunt. This is great. Also, I feel like there's a big situation coming up, and we should have some of these. So, Almo, don't eat this. Hold on to this potion of heroism.
And
mushroom of heroism.
And Carlos should probably take the other one.
Okay.
You spot.
What do those give us?
3 stalks that look pale lavender that you feel like belonged to 3 toadstools that acted like potions of healing, but they seem to have been eaten
because we let that. That thing, it wandered over here and ate those things. We saw it in here eating. That's how it healed up.
Yep.
That could have been our hit points. We learned a valuable lesson about something.
Murdering Nicholas when we have a chance.
Not running away when they have 3 hit points, even if one person dies.
Yeah, just to be clear, I've learned nothing.
Favors the bold. There are a bunch of other mushrooms.
Well, these mushrooms seem great. You're telling me the other mushrooms it'll take me time to identify them, or they're not worth worrying about?
They are just mundane mushrooms.
Kochka, I think that you should
another mundane mushroom.
Why don't you regain some longevity? I think it'll only help your music.
I will hang on to this because I don't actually know what age I am since I haven't actually determined that.
Oh man, we got a serious end of the Indiana Jones Last Crusade situation here.
I'm just afraid I might go negative. That's all I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure, Kochka, when we met you, you introduced yourself and said, "Hi, I'm Kochka the Bard. I'm 29 and a half years old.
I have 6 months to live."
As you can see from the glowing gem in my palm, I'm on my way to carousel any day now. But
I'm just saying, you certainly seem to live full of regrets. It's just.
Oh, I have no regrets. That's not a problem that I have.
A few regrets. You should have at least one regret for every forced lion tattoo.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I'm good.
So moving on.
This passage slopes down to the shore of a watery.
More water. Hooray.
Yes.
Well, that explains the mushroom.
Let us investigate the source of this water.
Oh, it's a lake.
It is a lake.
That's a lot of water.
That's
There's a sarcophagus on it?
Surrounded by tall stalagmites and fungi, a wide, placid pool of water stretches through this elongated cavern.
Did you say a plastic pool of water?
I said a placid pool of water. The water glows a soft blue,
Walmart?
and in its shallows, silvery fish dart in and out of sight.
Whoa.
What are those?
Cool.
That is the appropriate reaction. This is a lot of water.
What is this, the elite bopper here?
A yellow casket rests on the flat top of a stone column in the middle of the glowing mirror.
Yeah, I feel like if you're like, we got to inter this thing and we got to put it on an island in the middle of a bunch of water, that is not good news.
And you can see
it might be an okay place for a ritual, but I don't see anybody ritualing. So
unless they're all in the casket,
they're tiny people.
Maybe that hides a staircase.
Just get a casket. Can I edge around the shore here and see what's around the corner?
Sure. You see more lake and
so much water.
So much water. And an entrance here.
Does it look like this keeps going up here too?
See that? You could probably see that part.
Okay.
From where you're standing.
It looks like
I think we should edge around the lake.
Yes.
The water is very clear.
Too clear.
That's scary.
Are there any fish that I could reach in and grab close to this door?
Yeah. You could grab a fish. You have a silvery fish flopping in your hand.
Guys, this thing is so slimy. It's really weird.
I'm freaked out.
Man, did he eat mushrooms?
I'm only 6 years old.
It was a minimum 13, so you're a tween.
Yeah, but 13 in 3 green years.
Also, your musical taste has changed to reflect that.
All right, I throw the fish back.
Catch and release. It's the only way.
Catch gun release.
Oh, no.
This podcast is over.
Over.
All right.
Is it going to turn into steam or ice or something?
Probably. You're edging your way to the passageway, so I will just tell you that as you go in. Are you going to go into this passageway?
Heck
I
yeah.
think somebody should sneakily peek around the corner.
We didn't come here not to go in that passage.
Kachka needs to peek.
This new girl really likes watching stealth happen. Have you noticed that?
That's what she said.
I haven't noticed.
All right.
It's not that.
All right, you get one more, and then I'm leaving.
The walls have a smooth, rippled look about them, as if the stone was melted. Squat stalagmites and elongated stalactites bend and lean in unnatural arcs. A strong draft blows across the rock formations, eliciting a hollow howl.
Yeah, we get it.
Hey, it's howling.
Halloween.
I think we're on the right. So it's Halloween. So I think we're on the right track.
All right, Kachka, lead the way. Be stealthy.
All right,
Here I go. Are you watching, Zatasha?
There you go. You quickly find out you're not on the right way. This is a dead end.
Whoa! Son of a...
They're all in the casket. I told you guys.
All right.
Or they're on the next level up, which would be really sad.
Scott.
Oh, there's still the abyss.
Still the abyss.
There's still the abyss.
To
Worst
the abyss!
catchphrase ever.
To the abyss.
And there is...
There is also a casket on a column in the middle of a placid
There
lake.
could be
That seems like that's
a
bait,
ladder
right? That's
in the middle.
Seems like bait. I'm with Regdar.
Yeah, I agree.
You should check out the abyss first, maybe.
It's a goddamn mimic.
could we use
Ask it. Just shout across the water.
Ask the yellow casket.
It's a tisket.
My favorite type of cracker.
Can anyone swim?
or could someone just use mage
What
hand to
is
like,
swim?
open the casket? It's
What is
Does they-
swim?
I just swim.
Does anyone have mage hand?
I don't appear to.
Oh, I could levitate over there, I guess.
It's only like 5 feet across. We should be able to leap from the shore to the.
Yeah,
How
you
deep-
could
how deep is
probably. You could leap from. There's a point at which you could leap if you like.
Right there,
Okay.
maybe.
Leap if you like.
Leap if you like.
I don't-
Kachka, are you leaping? Because
No, I'm not leaping. I think this is a stupid idea. I'm not going anywhere.
Yep. All right. Me neither.
Yeah, we're not. Let's not deal with that. That's not a ritual that's going to endanger Athos. So
We are not grave robbers, as I
yeah,
recall.
that's just something that's going to cost us hit points
What?
and time.
You people rob graves all the time. So you're going back to the abyssal chasm.
Technically, if
You
we
loot
rob, if
bodies,
we
that's
rob,
different from grave robbing.
Exactly.
We
They have
don't
not been
dig.
buried yet.
We don't use filthy shovels.
All right. So several windy tunnels meet at a chasm. Ledges along the cavern wall. Remember, ledges along the cavern walls create natural footpaths above the abyss. And as you look, you see
Ledges of the Fall.
You see two pathways
Oh, and a guy.
Yeah, there's also you showed us a token.
There's a guy's head.
and a guy.
And a guy.
Well, let's go that way.
Yep.
No.
What does it take to maneuver on these ledges?
You could just let's see. So it's very, very windy here. Have I told you it's windy here?
I'm just going to mention, Gregor mentions, in case anyone plummets to their death, I get Featherfall again. Also, some of us have balloon packs. Also, some of us have genie gifts. So, oh wait, that's not
One of us has none of those and is just clumsy.
Don't fall.
So you know that you
Rhaegar,
should
maybe
get
you
around.
should give your balloon pack to Zatasha because you're the only one that is guaranteed a Featherfall spell.
You know what?
Wherever you are.
Why don't you give her your balloon back?
Because I don't have a Featherfall.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you don't want me to die.
I would probably just fumble with the balloon pack anyway. I don't think it would take.
So you definitely would need to make a dexterity check to walk along this ledge.
We definitely wouldn't.
Would.
All right.
You could either do just a straight dex check or an acrobatics check.
Well, I guess I'm gonna do the same. So I guess I'll do.
They're not the same for everybody.
Can I maybe have a rope that's tied to me? And something else? Oh dear.
Roll a 3.
Oh dear.
Amal goes. All right, here we go, and then just walks.
All right, so Allah walks first, and he's like, "No, this ledge very safe," and immediately falls into the chasm.
Jay,
Great.
I wanted a cliffhanger ending. This is great.
Literal.
No, that's it. That's 3. I'm gone. Goodbye.
but in Latin, Jehovah begins with an I.
And so it's.
Do I have time to pull my? I don't even know how this balloon pack works.
Well, that's the problem. I never really learned how the balloon pack worked.
You're a balloon bag.
Well, we'll say as you're
This
falling.
reminds me of that game that Tony and I were playing with the parachuting scene where a guy somehow pulls a thing on his parachute that just unbuckles the parachute. It's like those things are not next to each other.
So as you're falling, you notice that this pit is very deep. You're falling and falling. And
It's
falling.
never good when the pit you're falling into is deep enough that you have time to notice things.
That is true.
Can I fumble around and figure out how to like pull something on this balloon pack or work this
Yes,
balloon pack?
give me an intelligence check or Arcana, something like that.
It's gonna be those are the same. So
Shara, does your levitation only work on you?
I got a 14.
Yeah.
All right, so you feel a buckle that feels like you could pull it.
All right, this is gonna go either really well or really badly. I pull the buckle.
All right, as you're falling and everyone's looking into the chasm saying, "Oh no!" Suddenly, you hear this noise of a large balloon filling, and Umlal is now floating
That sounds like.
as if he is
It's a
levitating.
cartoon balloon catch.
Am I floating up or down, just more slowly, or
You are levitating.
Like it.
Actually, no. This is a feather fall that
okay? So I basically am falling more
you are
slowly.
falling slowly.
All you can hear
throw him
from
a
from the
rope.
cabin is a large, a loud cry. "We can fly now!"
Did you identify
can I-
how deep this
Can I
abyss
throw
is?
him the rope that I was just getting out to tie around myself?
Let's not bother. Let's go talk to that bird guy and see if he sounds like Dan now.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And so you are, Umlal, you are slowly falling 60 feet.
All right, man.
And so what is happening while this is happening? Everyone's watching Umlal.
Somebody want to use one of those breath bottles and blow him to the side?
I mean, if I'm 60 feet down, or if I'm like more than 20 feet down already, can you get me out? Am I gonna have to climb out?
I just want to bang against the sides to teach you a little lesson. Maybe you won't do this again.
And so 60 feet, at 60 feet that you fall, suddenly the balloon deflates and you fall the remaining 40 feet and take 20 points of damage. And you find out the pit is 100 feet deep.
Now
Do I need an
know.
intelligence check to determine that he fell that far? Or
You hear him say,
Me can fly!
roughly 100 feet deep?
I started counting 1001, 1002.
There's what's the limit on the balloon?
60 feet
60.
feather fall.
Okay, but he didn't do it right away, right? So did he fall 40 feet and then pull it?
No.
He didn't. Okay.
It took me a while to
Nice
figure
try,
out how
though.
to work it.
Nice try.
It did take me a little while to figure out how to work
He's
it.
not that smart.
Oh man, you know what? That acrobatics would have been great to use my inspiration on. Oh well.
It's true. You did have an inspiration. So now, Umlal.
So I took 20 damage. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh dear. Okay.
You're at the bottom of a pit. That is 100 feet deep.
Me live here now.
Are the walls rough and climbable?
They are.
Should we all go
They
down?
are, or was that a they are blank?
They are. Let's see. I need to get to where you guys are. What is this? N14. N14.
It's the old man from scene 24.
It so it's very windy in there.
Is it windy?
Questions 3.
Very windy, but you can climb. You think it's pretty easy to climb? DC 10, perhaps, to climb?
25.
All right, you could climb back up.
Dan, you
Can
should
I
think
climb
about
back up at the far end?
Yeah, I was like, Dan, make sure you check which wall you're climbing up first.
So where do you want to end up?
Here.
Okay, so while this is happening, this will take a few rounds. So what are other people doing?
Let's
Take the long way around.
make our way over to the far side.
I genuinely need to be like tied to somebody with this rope because I will be surprised if I make it without falling.
All right, I will tie you to me because we can cast Featherfall in an emergency.
All right.
Everybody who's headed over, give me an acrobatics check, DC 10.
I got an
already did
18.
mine earlier.
All right, well, everyone.
Oh my god, I made it. Not
That's
by
gonna-
much.
Because let me tell you, if you had pulled me down a chasm, that would like be the definition of a failed trust fall. So
All right, and so you all make it, and Umlal will be there in 2 rounds.
oh great.
Oh, look at
And
that.
We will end here on a cliffhanger. Well, actually, we'll find out what you do. Maybe we won't end. A warm wind swirls through this smooth cave, seemingly changing course at random. 9 cultists wearing feathered cloaks stand here with their arms outstretched, as though waiting for the wind's embrace, or perhaps waiting for the wind to carry them somewhere far, far away.
Hi, we're end of the world ritual inspectors.
We're all wearing cloaks. I spread my arms and try to blend.
One of them seems different, Scott.
Yes, one is, so you see that there are a bunch of initiates, and one is a priest. And they don't even acknowledge your presence. They are clearly wrapped up in some kind of weird ritual.
That's great. Everybody just
Is
get
this
behind
the
one and we'll
concert?
snap all their necks.
I was gonna say I'm looking for my flute. Where's my flute? Do you have my flute?
What do you do?
I say the priest isn't even acknowledging us.
Nope.
All right.
They're basically all standing, just with their arms straight out, their eyes closed, and the wind is buffeting them.
I telepathically say to everybody, we should just sneak along the wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like just quietly, like I don't think we even
Arms out in
need
front.
to try to be stealthy, but
Everybody get your arms out in front in case we need to do a like, red light, green light here.
Almost sticks out his arms and makes a little play noise.
Umlal has joined you, and you're all...
Okay,
so
good.
Carlos, what is Carlos doing?
Just with everybody else, same thing.
It looked like you were drifting off somewhere else.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's ridiculous for me to even
Carlos
suggest.
would never do that. What are you talking about?
So you're going down to this... Whoa, everybody's going. What's happening?
If we keep moving our pog fast enough, Scott can't react.
The way to win.
all right.
So as you're approaching, you're going down this passageway, you hear even more wind and green light, kind of a steady green light, which is unusual.
It's red light, green light.
You've been seeing, kind of bioluminescence. This seems like a very steady, bright green light. At the intersection of 4 tunnels, a mighty gale blows from the northern way, making a constant howl. 2 braziers, burned with green flame, lighting the area.
Cheers. I knew we'd find him again.
Numerous rock columns join the floor to the ceiling. Severed silk ropes, darkly sodden with blood, sit at the base of 3 gore-splattered columns. Tied to 2 other columns are 2 women, one is a halfling, each with a symbol cut into her forehead.
Oh no.
Does it match the symbol that's in Shara's forehead?
Yes.
It does.
Oh no.
They have names.
They do have names.
And those 2 are alive, yes?
They are.
Should we cut them down?
I think I should
there's
stay
nobody else around?
far away from that tunnel.
It's probably a good idea.
Do we see anybody else?
You don't see anybody else. They are tied to these columns. They are, maybe they're moving because the wind is so strong in here that they're being kind of buffeted a little bit.
Amla will go to cut one of them down.
And she looks at you and says, "Invisible demons." As she says that, the demons become visible.
Those aren't invisible. Can anyone else see demons?
Oh
Ooh.
Is that kind of pig arm or something?
I think that's just how the image is cropped, Dan.
Old Pegarm.
Go with Pegarm.
Are those
And his cousin.
Bulgaras?
These are two Bulgaras,
Oh, those guys suck.
which are basically like giant orange apes.
Yeah.
And they kind of just jump down from the ceiling as they appear. The cave floor moves a little bit because each of them weigh about 700 pounds, and they run towards you. Roll.
Have I mentioned that this cavern is awful?
Roll initiative.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know why I cannot select these guys. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer.
Can't use them. Can't select them. Can't use them.
Them's the rules.
Those are the rules. I don't make them.
Yes, you just made that one. Man, their initiative sucks.
Not as much as mine.
That's what mine. Yeah.
I was gonna say mine's not great.
Well, you'd be surprised at how poorly they rolled.
You might be surprised at how poorly I did.
Oh no. All right.
I'm not swift.
Or the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong.
Well, they don't go last, certainly, since I just got to Erica's initiative.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
And Steve, where is it?
17.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, Umlal.
Shall we address the 700-pound gorilla in the room?
There are two of them.
1,400-pound gorillas in the room.
I guess we're fighting, right?
And so, just so you know, where so there are kind of these rocks with black outlines. Those are columns. You can't stand there, and you can't stand where the two people are because they are tied to columns.
Can I pass through that space or no?
You can, yes, because you could. It's basically you're walking around the column.
All right. Well, I guess I'll get angry,
Okay.
and then I will charge this guy. And
Before you charge that guy, is it worth holding back in case we want to like lob a bunch of things in there that might hurt you, like fireballs?
Too late.
I do one of these, and I hurl a javelin. There's one. That one does not go well.
That does not hit.
It does not hit. I will. Do I get to? Hold on 1 second. Does my rage help that? It's a melee weapon. Okay. All right. I'll hurl another one. That one does better. 11 damage.
11 damage. Yes, that hits. Number 1, I'm assuming.
Yes. Number 1.
Number 1. Oh no, I didn't put their hit points in here.
Then they don't have any.
No, that's not how it works.
Cannon.
Winning on a technicality. That's my favorite kind of winning.
That's right. That's how being technically correct is my favorite way of being correct. Right. Excellent. Ketchka, you got two giants demonic orangutans, basically.
That's just how I like it. I will.
It's the old Thrycreed saying, nothing's better than two demonic orangutans.
What about 3?
That's worse.
No, yeah, it gets worse as soon as you go right over that ledge and then you dip down. I will drop a shatter spell right in between them, which has a 10-foot radius, so should hit both of them. Mm-hmm. So they need to make a
they have to make something.
Constitution saving throw. And now that I think about it, they probably have pretty strong constitutions, so maybe it's not so great.
They both got 17s.
Well, they solved my shatter puzzle, but they will still take some damage.
All right, lay it on me.
They are not, by the way, made of stone, crystal, or metal, right?
They are made mostly of flesh.
Ah, that sucks. All right, so they will still take some damage. They will take half of 10 damage. So
that's a 5.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Scott does math for you.
That's right. It's my exciting new podcast. Scott does simple math.
You'll each take 5 damage.
Subscribed.
Like and subscribe.
Don't forget to tell your friends.
And hang on.
Oh, sorry.
I may throw out some
forgot whose turn
inspiration.
it was.
I feel like somebody may need it. And I'm going to give some inspiration to my friend Carlos.
Carlos, you are inspired.
Doubly.
So again, that's a 1d8 on ability saves or to hit checks.
Indubitably.
I had to give it to Regdar because I know he's coming up next, except he mostly just zip-zops and doesn't need
Correct. I don't need inspiration.
inspiration.
Inspired by magic.
Regdar.
All right, Regdar pokes his head around the corner, sees these two orangutans, and panics and casts a fireball at them. They're within.
That's your
20
solution to everything.
You know what? I'm not going to kill a prisoner this time. Hopefully,
Gonna kill two of them.
so I think
Location is everything.
Yeah, I think I can make this fireball will be a 20-foot radius sphere. I think I can nicely contain two orangutans in said sphere without getting any of the captives in the sphere. They each need to roll a dexterity saving throw against my spell save, which I believe is 16. They seem lumbering, so hopefully their dex isn't great.
One makes it.
All right. One will take 39 damage. The other one will take half of 39 damage. That's 8d6 damage.
Woohoo! All right, so you notice that even for the one that would take full damage, it only seems to take half damage, as if it is resistant to fire.
Well, I only have one kind of fireball, and it's the kind made out of fire.
Next time, cold balls.
That's not a thing. Just gonna hope Steve didn't hear that one. Let's move on.
What?
Nothing.
Exactly. Carlos.
Hammer time.
Oh!
That is 26 versus AC.
That will hit.
Hammer 15. Bludgeoning. Thank you, Scott. Damage.
You're welcome, Jason.
And I miss on the second attack.
It's fully bludgeoned.
For inspiration, maybe?
Oh, I do have inspiration. What can I do with that?
You only get 1d8 on that, though.
You can roll a d8 and add that to the hit, or you could use your other inspiration to re-roll.
I'm going to do that. And it didn't help.
Can I? Well, you can add your other inspiration to that.
That's true.
18 versus AC.
There you go.
Yay, that hits.
Yay! 16
Most
damage.
Inspired attack ever.
All right. That guy does not look all that healthy. He might have some gingivitis.
Oh, yeah. He needs to exercise more.
That's the road to heart disease, right?
Floss.
There.
Yeah, it
True.
is.
But it is his turn. Let's see. He is going to try to bite you, Carlos.
All right.
Because you're right here.
With his gingivitis laden teeth.
Does your monkey bite?
Yes.
Let me know what the roll is.
24.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to help on that.
All right, so you take 7 points of piercing damage as it bites you, and as it has you in its bite, it's going to try and slam you twice with its fists.
All right, let me know what the roll is on that.
Okay, 14 and a 12, I think both miss.
I'll ignore
Correct.
both of those.
And the other one is going to...
Can he even squeeze past there with that stalagmite standing there?
He probably can, but he might get a...
Steve's calling him fat.
How dare you,
I just
sir?
call him big boned.
How dare you? Let's see here.
Means 700 pounds.
Where does a 700-pound demon go? Wherever it wants, Steve. Wherever it wants.
So I have just drawn a circle
I don't
on
like
the board. In there, so suddenly grasping weeds and vines sprout within this area, and it is difficult terrain.
Oh.
And a creature in the area, when you cast, everyone who's in this area, give me a strength saving throw.
No. Bugger.
DC 13.
Fail.
Failed it.
Yeah, total fail.
I got a 19, so I'm good.
Everybody who failed is restrained.
Oh no.
Okay.
What does that mean? We just can't move?
It means that your speed becomes 0 and you can't benefit from any bonuses. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saves.
Yikes.
And it will also it jumps 40 feet and ends up over here.
Wow.
On the prisoner?
It's next to the prisoner.
Oh.
There.
It's a very polite bull girl. Oh, excuse me, I didn't see that. Pardon me.
No more fireballs.
Its monocle falls out.
Just because he's a demon doesn't mean he doesn't have manners.
That's right. Shara, you're entangled.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything but save. Do I get to save or attempt to save?
You can try to use your strength to get out again. So give me another strength save.
Ooh, natural 20.
All right, you have used your action to rip the vines off of your limbs, and now you are free, but you can't actually move. Actually, you can move, but it's difficult terrain. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
So it takes twice as much to get through. So every move, 1 square is 10 squares, basically, for difficult terrain. No, 10 feet. Thank you, not 10 squares. That would be very difficult.
You're a madman.
Yikes.
And I am going to move. Yeah, so there we go.
All right. Entangle is annoying. Zotasha.
All right. I glance down at the vines at my feet, and then I glance up at that guy that just hopped, and I look at him with a very dirty look, and I try to break his will. So he needs to make an intelligence saving throw, DC 15.
Oh, intelligence, not a giant orangutan strong suit. I got a 4.
Okay.
His will is broken.
All right. So on its next turn, I get to choose its movement and action.
Oh, well. That's exciting.
Yes. Yes, it is. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to activate... wait. Do I have to keep the original discipline going in order to use that on the next turn?
Yes.
Okay, then I will just keep up my Conquering Mind discipline and be done with my turn.
Umlal.
All right, well, that guy... All right, so I'm not going to attack the one that...
And I will telepathically tell everybody.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you don't know, but now you know.
I will run up...
It just looks like he has a little bit of ennui.
Go, Steve. You're dying to say
Basically,
something.
leave room for him to get next to his buddy.
Yep, that's what I was doing. So I will run up to the other guy that Carlos is next to, and I will attempt to greatsword him twice. Number 1 is a 20.
That sword is not so great.
Number 2 is 23. And those are each +2 because I have been raging. So that is 28 damage.
28 total?
28 total damage. Shut up, Siri.
Well, that one. So both of these guys are not looking so great. Excellent. They are bleeding profusely.
Just wait until one hits the other.
That's right. Kachka.
Yeah, so I'm not supposed to mess with this guy on the left. Is that what I'm hearing?
You can mess with him if you want.
All right.
Just don't get in between him and his friend.
That doesn't break his break your hold on him or anything.
Yes.
I think instead I will send some dissonant whispers to the guy to the east.
Oh.
So he needs to make...
He needs to make something.
He needs to make a macrame plant holder.
Oh.
Or
tricky.
Takes damage. If it helps, there's some magic mushrooms in the other room. That might get you in the right mood. Dissonant Whispers, he has to make a wisdom saving throw with a DC of 7. Okay, good. In that case, he will take 8 points of psychic damage, but more importantly, he must run away.
Run away!
As far away from me as he can get. And thus, some opportunity attacks should be heading his way.
Sweet!
Give me Carlos and Umlal, give me opportunity attacks.
15.
15 hits.
17.
17 hits.
He'll take 16 damage from me.
And 11 damage from me.
You are lucky. He is dead.
Yes.
That other guy's gonna have to punch himself.
Why are you hitting yourself?
That's not what he's going to do.
Can he run into a wall?
He can run his head into a wall.
Yeah, full speed.
Regdar.
Can I get free of my restraints?
Give me a strength check. That will be your full action.
That will be my full action, you say.
You cannot.
Do I need to recheck to see if I'm entangled or anything?
No. It's only if you start when it grows do you get entangled.
Okay, so I'm good. Period. From that remainder of the spell. All right, good.
You can't use your movements, Regdar, so you've got nothing else unless you have a reaction or something you might want to try. Okay, Carlos. There's a dead Balgarar near you. And there's an alive one.
I'm going to hit the alive one because hitting the dead one seems really kind of overkill.
You know what they say, don't beat a dead Bulgura.
Literally overkill because we already killed him. First one is...
That was where the Russians went wrong in World War II.
13 versus AC.
13 bounces off of his tough hide.
And second one is 20 versus AC.
20 will hit.
15 damage.
It collapses dead.
Nice.
Eat it.
Cool.
I want my side points back.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's all good. So do the weeds around my ankles wither and die?
They do not.
Since I'm free of them, I will start helping to remove.
I have a dagger. I am going to start. If we're not in rounds, I'm going to start just sawing them.
And then after a minute, they go away.
All right. Can we free the
And then you saw through your ankle.
We should free the prisoners.
I'll finish freeing this person who warned me about the invisible demons.
And I'll help the other one.
I'm just cutting myself free.
Pretty good.
All right. And so one of them, the Desena, is a halfling, and she says, "Oh, thank you. As part of this trade delegation."
Yes.
And they...
We already freed your husband. We know the drill.
Oh, my husband, he's alive. Where is he? Take me to my husband.
Hopefully he's in freedom. You should go too.
Freedom! Okay. How do I get to freedom?
Take a left at the worm skull.
Take me to freedom.
First, go find this bird creature.
Well, you should. She points up to the corridor that is on the eastern corridor that's going to the north, and she says, "There are some more of those priests, but more importantly, that lady with a spear came by here earlier, and she went up the corridor, and I've been hearing some weird stuff coming from there. So,
pro tip: don't Google lady with a spear."
All right. So let's go.
Yep.
See what's up.
And we're off.
All right. I'm going to do something.
Okay.
No, don't do it.
With these guys.
I'm going to do nothing.
So all right. So leaving these prisoners kicking it here?
They're tied up still. And you guys said, let's go.
No, I said I cut them free.
No, we untied them.
Should we find out who the other one is?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I ask who that person is.
Who are you?
I'm from Freedom. I was.
Oh, good. You know the way.
This is perfect. Oh.
Did you two talk?
No, we were being tortured. You fool.
Well, at least you didn't talk.
You go up through the cavern. You freed them. They run away.
We tell them vaguely how to get out through the worm thing.
Is there an exit that doesn't involve going across the abyss?
Is like an emergency exit?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Might be ahead of us. We don't know.
It's probably easier for halflings to deal with that ledge.
Yeah,
should we tell them to help the winged lady?
Yeah, take that bird lady with you.
Take that bird and show it.
If you can, otherwise we'll get her on the way out.
I'm assuming that we'll get her on the way out.
I think we got to get her on the way out, unless you can mend broken legs and wings after you've been tortured for 3 days.
Can't mend.
Yes, learn to fly again, bird lady. Learn to live so free.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly.
Free bird!
All your life. You're just only waiting for Carlos to arrive.
Everything is awful.
I really want to know how this ends.
With all of us.
It doesn't. That's the thing.
You're in hell. Haven't you picked that out yet?
I'm just moving you all. So you go up through this passageway. It turns. You approach this.
Scott, did we check very carefully and stealthily and make sure that nobody was around the corners when we got up there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I see myself
we were lucky
in the dark
then.
abyss now. I'm dead.
Ah!
That looks like a ritual.
Yes.
It does look like a ritual.
In the middle of this cavern, spikes of stone jut upward like 3 immense claws. Between them, a churning thundercloud thrashes with lightning. Thunder cracks and cascades of tiny rocks tumble from above. Beneath the thunderhead stands a raised area splattered with the blood of many sacrifices. A silvery window is sometimes visible in the center of the cloud. It opens onto clouds in an endless sky. As you look into this cavern, you notice there are these 2 creatures that look like animated suits of plate armor that are filled with swirling winds and are holding giant flails. You also see several
Air edition.
You see several howling hatred priests who are being. So there's a lot of wind in here, I may have said before, and they. God damn you!
This is the first time.
There's a lot of wind, and Kachka can't sleep, and that's all I'm taking away from this episode.
And the wind appears not to affect them at all. It is as though they are completely still and the wind is going around them. Standing at the foot of this 3-fingered kind of precipice is an elf holding a silvered spear. Zotasha would recognize her as Arcee, the leader of this cult.
It's the queen.
And she says... So she whispers, but you all hear her perfectly. You're too late. Yansi Bin will kill you all.
Oh, we had a good run, guys.
I didn't.
A lot of villains say it's too late before it's too late. We're level 5.
6.
Says Regdar. So,
I whisper back, you too late. We kill you all.
As she can't hear you because it's very windy in here.
I kill you all.
You're supposed to whisper.
There you go.
That's right. Telepathically.
Yep.
Telepathically.
I see Thurl over in the corner there too. I hate that guy.
And he comes out and he says, those are the ones. Let's kill them. Kill them all.
That guy makes me want a Thurl.
But this is such an auspicious day.
You ruined my auspicious day. You shall die. I will end there because this battle will take a long time.
Yeah.
Or will it?
The length of the battle is our cliffhanger, apparently. All right.
Hooray.
Victory.
Sort of. Sure.
I mean, we got to the end.
My character made it through the whole session.
Pyrrhic victory. Yay.
We made it.
Died.
All right. Thank you to the live stream. And
Hi, Mom.
Bye, Mom.